best to stay out of your way, but I've got to get a shot of all the awards. So my plan is to stand over here and kind of pop in and out as they get their awards. So you'll see me kind of walking around, but I'll do my best.
Good evening. Good evening. We're going to invite everyone to take your seats. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Ricky McCurry. I am Vice President for Philanthropy and Alumni Engagement and President of UNLV Foundation. It's my pleasure to take this opportunity to welcome you to our Alumni Awards for 2024. We're so excited to have you with us. We have a number of outstanding alums who will be recognized tonight, as well as some leading community members. So we want you to sit back and enjoy what's going to be a wonderful evening. And at this time, it's my pleasure to call up to the stage the president of the Alumni Association Board of Directors, Mr. David Navarro.
Thank you, Ricky. Good evening and welcome to the 2024 UNLV Alumni Association Annual Awards Dinner. I am David Navarro, your Alumni Association President, your Rebel in Chief, and a proud two-time alumnus of the UNLV Lee Business School. I figured we had some Lee Business School folks in here. I'm thrilled to see so many of you here tonight, and I would like to extend a special welcome to those watching our live stream at home. I have two favors to ask of you all tonight. The first one's coming, so hang on. So we have many dignitaries and special guests who have joined us here this evening. So here's my favor that I'm going to ask of you all. Hold the applause until I mention all these different groups, and I'll prompt you when to applaud. All right, here we go. Members of the Nevada System of Higher Education Regents, current and former federal, state, and local elected officials, UNLV President Keith Whitfield and his cabinet, and members of his cabinet, Vice President for Philanthropy and Alumni Engagement, and Executive Director, and President of the UNLV Foundation, my friend Ricky McCurry. I'll get it right one of these days, Ricky. Associate Vice President for Alumni Engagement and Executive Director of the UNLV Alumni Association, Blake Douglas, my fellow Alumni Association board members, where are y'all at? Along with our chapters and clubs representatives, I know I've seen a couple of them here. Alumni Association past presidents, members of the Foundation Board of Trustees, as well as previous Alumni Awards honorees. Please join me in welcoming these distinguished guests. So remember, I told you all we're going to have two favors. Here's the second one. I'm asking you to hold your applause one more time until I prompt you when to applaud. Tonight would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors and our community partners. Our presenting sponsor for this evening is Investment Counsel Company and Mr. Randy Garcia. I knew he was going to get an applause, even though I didn't say it. Thank you, Randy. We also thank the Las Vegas Raiders, Murphy Electric, NextGen, Enterprise Bank and Trust, and the Vegas Chamber for supporting tonight's event. Kevin Kraft and Kathy Dyke and the entire team at By Design for providing tonight's room decor for their continued support of UNLV and the Alumni Association. Craft House Brewery for providing the drinks so you all will put up with me. Jennifer Ream, Sean Scotty, Ryan Thorpe, and the entire UNLV TV team for their tireless work producing the honoree videos and providing support for tonight's program. I would also like to sincerely thank the many volunteers and staff who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to get us to this moment here. Please join me in a round of applause for all these folks. Thank you. So something I'm very excited about, we have a new addition here with the awards dinner. This is a first, so pull your cameras out. All right, we have the Honorary Rebel Family. This is a partnership between the UNLV Alumni Association and the Office of Admissions that recognizes a special family who has given back to the UNLV community. And they've done so in a meaningful way. So please join me in a round of applause for the Crowell family. If we can have y'all stand up. Thank you for everything. Well, this has been certainly a great week to be back on campus as we celebrate Rebel Homecoming Week. And we also get to welcome back our alumni to campus, many for the first time in quite some time. And believe it or not, today nearly 150,000 graduates represent UNLV worldwide, including more than 70,000 right here at home in Southern Nevada. At UNLV, you know this, we don't settle. We always strive for more. We are rebels through and through, and rebels make it happen. Tonight's award recipients are being honored for their achievements, which were influenced in many ways by their experience and education right here at UNLV. UNLV is committed to a future full of hope and promise. To support that commitment, our association is dedicated to engaging alumni and friends in the community and worldwide through outreach, engagement, and philanthropy as a critical part of UNLV's continued success. The alumni and special friends being honored this evening are different in many ways, but they are all the same in one. They are rebels forever. They are willing to be change agents in their respective fields. They've expanded the experiences they've had at UNLV, and they've gone in the world and made a lasting impact. Looking ahead, we are inspired by these deserving alumni and friends. The university and our association have grown stronger in part because of the incredible contributions and success you have had in our communities. I am proud to stand before you this evening and recognize these 22 deserving individuals. And now, please join me in welcoming to the stage President Keith Whitfield.
Good evening. I could see this side was working it, but I think we can do it a little better together. Good evening. Why does it always work on the second time around? I don't know. Anyway, I have the incredible pleasure and honor of serving as the 11th president of UNLV. And I can tell you that it's evenings like this that, and I'm tired, it's been a long day, I started early, but I'm just so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be around the alums that are the foundation for the success that your university is achieving. So welcome, excuse me, to this 2024 annual UNLV Alumni Awards Dinner. You know, for 50 years now, the Alumni Association has been honoring our growing UNLV alumni base. And as was mentioned, it's now over 150,000 strong. And one of the reasons why nights like tonight are so important is to take just a moment for some of the immense contributions that our alums make to our community, to our region, and even to the world. I'm always amazed when I hear stories about our alums and what they're doing, whether it be in Vegas, whether it be for the state, for the country. I meet them everywhere. All you got to do is have a little UNLV pin, and it starts a conversation. But you know, as I listen to their stories, they tend to be at least one of two different kinds. One is that they achieved greatness through a single purpose-minded pursuit of a goal, and UNLV was there to be able to help them. Others, on the other hand, almost happened upon opportunities that came from going to UNLV. They capitalized on them, and then they became great. So I want to thank the Alumni Association for the incredible strength that you actually provide to our university community by finding ways to be able for us to stay connected. Connection, and then you should have a little UNLV pin, and you can promote the university and the great things that it does now, that it has done in the past, and that what it will do in the future. But events like this don't just happen by accident. They happen from the generosity of our incredible sponsors, one of them being the Investment Council Company of Las Vegas, who provided essential support for this evening, in part because of their leader. Who is that guy? Everybody knows, it's Randy. Randy Garcia. Randy Garcia he represents one of the 22 outstanding alumni and supporters for our university that we're going to honor tonight. But you know, just listening to the incredible things that they have done, you're going to be pumped up. And you should keep that excitement because it's homecoming week, and there's these, I almost used my other voice to talk about the team that we're playing. I was going to call them Blue Somethings, and that wasn't going to be very presidential, so I'll take that back. But we need the excitement, we need the energy. As you've seen, this is a year like no other for lots of different reasons, but particularly for athletics. And there's going to be so much to celebrate, win, lose, or draw. Actually, win. I'm not going to worry about the rest of that stuff. But this is your university. This is your time to be able to connect, even in a deeper way, of the great things that are going on here, both on the athletic field, but also the one thing that I am mindfully focused on it, because I think it's just fascinating. We hired a faculty member by the name of Jeremy Cho, and he has figured out a way to be able to grab moisture from humidity in the air and turn it into water. That's a UNLV professor addressing one of the biggest challenges that we face in our region. Just keep listening and paying attention. There's plenty of things like that to be very, very proud of. And part of what I'm proud of is what you all represent when you go out into the world. So thank you. So having an alumni that's engaged is a powerful fuel to continue to move our university forward. As we've talked about 2/3 of our grads still live and work here in Southern Nevada. So we make a difference every single day. My job as president is to continue to make highlights of the incredible things that we do at UNLV. And I can tell you, y'all are making me tired. But that's okay, it's a good tired. Just like there's good trouble, it's a good tired. So stay connected through the UNLV Alumni Association. Celebrate the incredible things that you're going to hear about your fellow alums and what they've done. Make sure that every day that you're a rebel, every day, and that you represent us with passion and with pride. I feel like I'm getting to be known as the guy who's not like a lot of other presidents. So I get to do things that other presidents might find corny, goofy, whatever, but it's nice. You all are quiet. I don't hear as much tapping on the tables. So if you would with me, chant, go. Go. That one sucked. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest with you. I love you. Let's try it again. Go. Go. Rebels. Rebels. Go. Go. Rebels. That's what we need every single day. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for being alums. Thank you very much.
Short people problem, sorry. Give me a second. Good evening, everybody. I see the entrees are coming around here. We're going to go ahead and continue the program. Usually we take a little break, we let you enjoy, but we've got a lot of awardees to get to, so we want to get you to have a good night's rest because it is a big day tomorrow. Can we just call this like the pre-tailgate or the tailgate to the tailgate? Like this is a bougie tailgate? Like can we start that now, right? As President Whitfield said, like, we've got to start the energy right now, okay? And I'm getting fired up about this because I'm your MC for this evening, and I'm really wearing a bright red suit that you all can see from the back of the room, okay? My name is John Castanino. I'm a 3-time graduate of this fine university, and I've hosted this award show for 7 or 8 years. I get to dust off this thing and show it off here. But listen, the Boise fans are going to show up, and they're loud. You know they're kind of annoying too. Okay, so can we amp it up, right? Let's get in that mindset. Rebel fans, obviously, we know we've been showing up in this game, and I'll go ahead and say this, right? Again, born and raised in this town. So I've watched this football team a lot. My freshman year, 0-11, okay? It was rough, right? And obviously, if you guys have been around like I have, that was 1998. It's so amazing and so awesome to see what this program is doing right now. So we've got to shut up the Boise fans. Can I say that? I think I can say that up here. So let's get it going. Let's get the energy here. Again, as I said, I'm a Vegas native. I also teach at the university. 10 years ago, I founded the sports journalism program here at UNLV as we know it today, and we've got students running around. I don't serve in a full-time role anymore. I'm an adjunct professor now, but it was great that President Whitfield mentioned water. That's where I spend my full-time work at the Southern Nevada Water Authority. And always communicating and efforting that we're more secure than you guys think. I just want to throw it in there. If you have more questions, please feel free to ask your MC after the award show. I'd be happy to answer it. But it is an honor for me to be here. I always appreciate the Alumni Association. I come here with a grateful heart and a great-looking suit, right? And I can always tell who the new people are to the award show because they see me and their eyes get wide and they go, wow, that is an amazing suit. And thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I'll stop talking about it soon, I swear. But it stands out. But the deans at this point and people that have been here for the last 7 or 8 years or however long I've had this thing, they're tired of it by now. They don't care, right? But I am proud to say it does fit. I've had it for that long, and I can button it up and look good. I want to thank our sponsors tonight. I know that we have some. Oh, I'm up on the big board. That's good. The suit looked good. Way in the back, too. Shout out to the people. I just thought of this before I got up here. Shout out to the people with the backs of their chairs to me and everybody, right? You guys, you're the real heroes. You've got to turn around the whole thing, but we're going to project. We're going to be loud. And please continue your meals, but I'm going to ask you to clap a lot in this thing. So thanks to our sponsors, and I get a couple minutes up here. I want to get the show started, but I get to go off the rails a little bit. And I was thinking, I've hosted this so much. Sometimes it's snarky. Last year was really snarky. Sometimes it's funny. I want to actually get a little bit serious, and I thought about, what culture celebrates and what society celebrates and what we find value in, right? And so often we're just in this information age where we're bombarded with so much, right, from every angle, especially on social media. And isn't it like the 10-second clip that gets a lot of attention, right? Isn't there so much out there where we have people here tonight that are serving our community? They're serving UNLV, they're serving Vegas, and you'll find out they're serving people across the globe, right? You guys deserve more attention, and we're going to celebrate you all tonight, okay? But, you think about trends and you think about influencers. There was one influencer, and I swear this is going somewhere, I promise. But there was one influencer I saw, because I get caught up in it, and I'm saying it too, and you guys are all going to think about the traps you fall into when you're scrolling, and I'm like a big YouTube guy, watch it all the time. But there was some kid, influencer, driving a McLaren, texting, live streaming while he was driving, crashed the McLaren, $200,000 car, right? And he wondered what happened. Yeah, I think it's a bad move. But people celebrate that. It gets views, it gets likes, it gets engagement from people, and it's hard to compete with. So, again, you guys are all thinking, hopefully, of examples that I'm bringing up. And I Googled this, right? What's getting attention these days? And looking at some trends. Again, is this a waste of time? I don't know. Like, there's a trend, an AI-generated video where you have a movie star hugging themselves. Has anybody seen this video where you have an old Tom Hanks hugging a young Tom Hanks? Like, does that sound like, do we love that? I don't know. I mean, again, I'd rather celebrate you all here tonight, right? And debates on social media, that's a waste of time too. Right? There's one debate that I get sucked into, and again, that gets engagement like crazy, and it'll engage some of you tonight. Okay, who is the GOAT? That's the one that I cannot resist. Jordan LeBron, and the correct answer is yes. Oh my gosh, that was resounding. I didn't hear anybody say Kobe either. Love Kobe, Jordan is the answer, right? But I'll engage and I'll say LeBron is the GOAT of complaining. And instantly that gets engagement, right? So point being, if that gets engagement, right, we can celebrate the change makers and the world shakers here tonight at UNLV in this Alumni Award show. So can we start the energy right now? Can we start clapping here? I know you all are eating. I know you all are eating. Okay, that's the end of the ad-lib remarks. Now we get to the scripted remarks, but I need you to sustain me throughout. Good evening, everyone, both here with us and tuning in online. It is an honor to welcome you to this special event. A big thank you to President Whitfield for your inspiring leadership and bold vision, which continues to elevate UNLV to new heights. Unscripted. Thank you, Eric Harper, as well. Eric, I didn't know you were going to be here, but I'm shouting you out for what the football program has done. Thank you so much. Yeah. We're going to thank you all, too, that are here for the honorees. But each year we are blown away by the remarkable accomplishments of our alumni and our friends. The stories we're going to hear tonight are always a reminder of the talent, the dedication, and the impact that our Rebel community continues to make. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the UNLV Alumni Association for its tireless efforts in fostering connections, supporting the growth of UNLV through its engagement with alumni, friends, faculty, and students. The involvement of our alumni is the key to shaping the future success of this great institution. They put on an amazing event. This is the biggest it's ever been, at least in my time hosting this. 400 people, again, sponsorships. It's been amazing, so thank you all for being here tonight. Tonight, these awards celebrate individuals whose professional, personal, and civic achievements have not only brought them distinction, but have also made them true ambassadors of UNLV's mission and values. You are the rebels who make it happen. We're privileged to honor, don't freak out with this number, 22. If you've seen your program, we're honoring 22 outstanding alumni and friends of the university this evening, each one making a difference in their communities and beyond. So in case you can't tell to this point, my job is also to keep the energy up, keep you clapping, right? Find your spots for breaks from time to time, but if we rile you up, we need some loud claps here. Again, we want to honor everybody throughout the evening as we get through these amazing videos and hear the stories that are told. So here's how it will unfold tonight. It will begin with a video introduction for each honoree. If you are an honoree tonight, Renee, I think it's Renee's going to flag you down. She's going to pull you up over here. You'll be able to watch your video that lauds and praises you, right? It's a great experience for you all, but I got to warn you, there's usually some funny pictures that our awardees may not be aware of that show up in these videos. So if you're not anxious about the speech you may give while you're up here, you might want to pay attention to the videos there. You might get a surprise or two, and the audience will as well. It's followed by the presentation of their award by UNLV Alumni Association President David Navarro. And then each honoree will have and this is on my script, it is bolded and underlined. It says brief opportunity to share a few words of thanks as well. And Tucker, who's running this, and our fine friends at UNLV TV, they're like, you gotta make a point. It's brief, right? And no condemnation, okay? I'm gonna bring up last year. If you're coming up here and you're pulling out of the suit jacket 5 pages, everybody might go, so no condemnation. Maybe bring it back to 3. Just saying. But we want to have you share some brief remarks, give you some time, and obviously have time for all our honorees today. So, okay, we're eating. Bring the energy. Okay, here we go. Without further ado, we're going to get it started with our first honoree this evening. It is the Lee Business School.
I'm proud to announce that Craig Billings is the 2024 Lee Business School Alumnus of the Year. Well, Craig is the CEO of Wynn Resorts, and Wynn Resorts is one of the largest gaming companies in the world. And Craig graduated from UNLV in 1997, and then he went to the biggest accounting firm in the world, Deloitte, and I kind of interacted with him there. From Deloitte, he went to business school at Columbia, and then he went to Goldman Sachs, and he's worked at Aristocrat before he went to Wynn. To be the CEO of one of the biggest gaming companies in the world is just an amazing accomplishment, and I think he got that great foundation from UNLV. Craig is a guest speaker in my executive MBA class, and he's done that for the last 5 years, and so it's always been nice to see him at least once a year. And in the aftermath of the December 6th tragedy, Wynn just really stepped up with Craig's support in hosting the hospitalized faculty victim's family, and also in helping the faculty and staff to kind of recover. It's just amazing having somebody of that caliber in the classroom, but then when you think that that person went to UNLV and has lived here most of his life, it just makes the idea of achieving a big goal like that, a big position like that, more realistic. You know, he's one of the funniest people I've ever met. In his position now, I think he doesn't have as much time to be funny, but he's just got a very sharp wit and very curious. A lot of people know a lot about a little. Craig knows a lot about a lot. Yeah, Craig has made it happen in every aspect of his career, and he's done so without, you know, advantages that a lot of people would think that somebody at that position would have. He's really made it with hard work. Congratulations, Craig. Very proud of all of your accomplishments, and we're really proud that you know that you're from UNLV. You're from UNLV Accounting, and just so appreciative of all the things that you've done for the Lee Business School. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Okay, that was good. That was a good clap. Craig is not here this evening. But that's the only one that's not here this evening. So good job. Keep it going. Craig is a 1997 graduate in accounting and currently serves as the CEO of Wynn Resorts. He's unable to be here with us tonight, but he does have a message for us. I feel like we're at the Oscars, but he does have a message for us here this evening.
Good evening. I'm sorry I can't be with you this evening. I had a previously planned trip to Asia to work with our employees and executive team there. Thank you to UNLV and the Lee School of Business for this award. As a longtime Las Vegan, it means a great deal to me to receive this recognition from you. I think my personal experience is reflective of many students at our university. I grew up in a pretty modest home and went to a public high school here in the Valley. After attending UNLV for a semester, right after high school, I took a break to work and to get some perspective. When I was ready to return, UNLV was there for me, ultimately providing me with a tremendous foundation on which I could continue to build my career. Though at the time, I did not realize the extent to which the university and the business school were helping me to build that foundation. When I subsequently went to Columbia Business School for my MBA, I discovered I was incredibly well prepared, thanks to the UNLV School of Business, and very competitive with my peers, most of whom had gone to more expensive, highly touted universities. So thank you, President Whitfield, Dean Sanders, and the UNLV faculty and staff for all that you do to make sure others continue to receive the same experience that I was fortunate enough to enjoy. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you.
We have another video. Next door.
I'm very pleased to introduce Dr. Benjamin Baborka as the Alumnus of the Year for the UNLV School of Dental Medicine. He blasted and trailblazed every record that we had in the endodontic area. It raises standards. It pulls up other students to where they perform much better because they believe that it can be done. Is there a need for endodontists? Yes, there's a crushing need because we do not have a specialty program. We have to encourage our students to seek specialty training and then come back to the state to practice. Sometimes we meet these cases that we're not good enough to treat. They require the services of a specialist. He will treat them for us, frequently for nothing. Ben is the inspiration to the students. Students go to his office and they see what a highly polished, clinician can do. Ben, I have a message to you from your mentor. A few thoughts from your experiences in dental school. I don't know if you felt at that time that you had the possibility of being a great clinician and teacher at the same time. If you felt that you could be a positive role model for the hundreds and hundreds of dental students that you've influenced in the course of our years. If you felt that you had the talent, discipline, and could develop the expertise to be one of this nation's top clinicians and represent UNLV and this dental school on a national stage. And finally, I did not know if you could envision that one day you would be selected as UNLV School of Dental Medicine's Alumnus of the Year. But you are. Congratulations.
All right, he's here, and thanks for your claps. Please welcome Dr. Benjamin Barborka to the stage, a 2013 School of Dental Medicine graduate. Dr. Barborka not only practices dental medicine, but has returned to the same classroom that he used to be a student, now teaching alongside his mentor, as you saw in that video. Again, congratulations, Dr. Barborka. He is the School of Dental Medicine Alumnus of the Year. Congratulations.
Well, this is quite the honor. I'm deeply honored to receive this award and to be recognized as Alumni of the Year for the School of Dental Medicine. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to UNLV for opening many doors for me. The education and experience I gained here laid the foundation for my career and has created for me opportunities that I'm truly grateful for. I want to thank my wife, who's been my constant source of support through this journey. Babe, I couldn't have done it without you. Being an older student, I had kids in dental school. I remember one night, literally 3 days straight at the school, sleeping on these chairs. And she called me, she said, babe, the kids are sick. I've got strep throat. I need you to come home tonight. And I said, you're gonna have to figure it out. I've got 9 finals tomorrow. You know, next month it's gonna be 25 years together. Without her, I couldn't have done this. I also want to extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Joseph Nika. When I moved here in 2007, he gave me guidance and direction. He just told me, hey, just do this and get these scores and you'll get into dental school. Something I was very anxious about. I didn't think I could make it. And he helped me, and I got into school. Once in dental school, I had an amazing mentor, Dr. Ron Lemon, who's here tonight. He's been inspirational in my life. He helped me find this path to endodontics that I didn't think I'd be able to do, and he inspired me. Just want to say thank you to UNLV for this amazing award. I'm humbled to be here in front of you all, and it makes me proud for living here in Las Vegas and running a business here in Las Vegas. Thank you. Thank you all very much.
I'm delighted that Lynn Manning-John is selected as the College of Education's Alumna of the Year. She is a principal at Owyhee Combined Schools, which is an Elko County School District. It is on the Duck Valley Reservation, and For those of you who have never been to the reservation, it's a beautiful piece of land. It sprawls about 300,000 acres. So Lynn comes from a family of educators. She was an elementary educator before she came to UNLV to get her master's degree in educational leadership. And after receiving her master's degree in 2004, she worked in both Clark County and Washoe County in Native American education programs. And it was really important for her that the education system in our state helped to preserve Native American culture. That's a big part of who she is and a big part of why we selected her for this award. After serving in those roles in the counties, she returned back to Duck Valley Reservation, where she grew up. She went to high school in the high school that she's now a principal, and has dedicated her life since then to the kids in that school. We know in this country that the Native American training movement or education movement created boarding schools that sought to erase Native American culture and education ways of knowing. And she's committed her life as an educator and now as a principal to making sure that cultural identity is centered in the work that she does. Without the success of every kid, those communities will die and they will be erased. And so her mission as a principal has been really to create opportunities for the children in that community to participate in youth apprenticeships, to participate in college access without leaving the reservation. Lynn is this quiet presence, but a very strong presence. So when you're around her, you feel instantly calm. You feel an instant pride for the Native American community in our state. And I have no doubt that the children that go through Owyhee Combined Schools will have successful education paths. Congratulations, Lynn Manning John, for receiving the 2024 College of Education Alumni of the Year Award. You deserve it.
Please welcome, as you right now are, Lynn Manning John here to the stage. She is a 2004 graduate of the College of Education, went on to use her degree to make a significant impact in our state, and you got a taste of it there. Here's a little bit more. She personally lobbied for legislation that brought $65 million in funding to the Elko County School District where she teaches. And I've been to Carson, and I'm sure some of you have lobbied before. That's hard work. So congratulations to you. Again, congratulations to Lynn Manning John. She is the College of Education Alumna of the Year. Come on up.
I would first like to acknowledge the original people of this land that UNLV sits on, the Southern Paiute, Nuwa in their language. As a Nuwa from the other end of the state, I would be remiss in not acknowledging them and thanking them for their stewardship of the land and for their blessings as we gather tonight. My home community, the Duck Valley Indian Reservation, home of the Shoshone Paiute people, lies over 500 miles just about due north from Las Vegas. We are 100 miles from the nearest interstate, movie theater, or Walmart. While we do not have access to malls or Uber Eats, we do have mountains, rivers, animals, plants, roots, berries, languages, traditions, and culture. On Duck Valley, we have everything we need to survive. It is from that place where I was born and raised and educated that I come here today. While I lead a school of 300 students and 50 staff, I remind them and myself every day that I am the same as everyone in our community. I am Nuwa. If I can rise, so can we all. Through the legacies of colonization, forced assimilation, and education, the way forward for Native people, so that we may assert that we are still here and assert our sovereignty, is through education. I am thankful for the opportunity to do my part in ensuring generations of my tribe have access to education in a facility that is safe for learning. And although we did get $65 million from the legislature. We're about $20 million short in achieving our goal of building our school. Nonetheless, I'm proud to be here tonight. I'd like to thank my family, my husband and children who have joined me, my parents, and the Shoshone-Paiute Tribes Business Council for our combined effort in securing the funds for a new school for my community. I'd also like to thank the UNLV College of Education for their support as I accept this award tonight. Bishama.
I am delighted to introduce Raquel Shohet Floyd as the alumna of Howard R. Hughes College of Engineering for this year. Raquel graduated from us with 2 degrees, one in civil engineering and one in construction management, both from Department of Civil Environment Engineering and Construction. So I've gotten to know her recently as president of Rock Solid Solutions, Project Solutions Company. She also hires, I think, more than 50% of the employees are from UNLV. So that to me is very gratifying, right? Our own student going out and establishing a company in Las Vegas, hiring our own students is lovely. I love that part. If you really look at women in engineering in the United States, in the undergraduate level, if you really look at that percentage, it's only 17%. So it's in the construction industry and civil engineering industry, it's male dominated. Oh, she is so much involved with UNLV, frequents our construction and civil engineering classes, guest speaker many, many times. She's an adjunct professor in civil engineering. So she does a lot of things for UNLV, especially civil and construction area. She's also received awards from companies she works with because they like to work with her. They have given her an award. So she's been great in terms of doing wonderfully well and getting recognized for it. I want our students to work in Las Vegas, start up their own companies and become entrepreneurs so that they can help economic diversification of Las Vegas, technology-based and engineering-based, right? And also the other thing I've said, the second thing I've always said, we need more women in engineering, right? And Raquel has done both of them. When you meet her, she's very personable, very engaging. She can talk about a lot of different topics, from STEM education to how to be an entrepreneur. So she does a lot of stuff to get women into technology fields. I think lovely personality. That's why she's working with so many companies. $5 billion worth of projects she's doing. So this is just amazing to me. I think when you meet her, you would love it. Raquel, congratulations on getting honored as the alumna of the year for Howard R. Hughes College of Engineering this year. Thank you.
Raquel, come on up. Yeah, keep it going. I like it. Okay, save some for the game. Let's welcome Raquel Floyd. After earning her civil engineering degree in 1996, Raquel went to work for multiple international construction companies, leading 2 of those firms as vice president. Today, she operates Rock Solid Solutions, which she founded nearly 7 years ago. Again, let's congratulate, I want to hear those screams, Raquel Floyd, Howard R. Hughes College of Engineering Alumna of the Year. Come on up.
Wow. That's my engineering family back there, by the way. Engineering is the most exciting program that I could ever have been blessed to be part of. Not only because as a young person that I was just good at math and science and really didn't have a whole lot of mentorship, and I'm going to pull up my notes while I'm kind of winging it here a little bit, but didn't have a whole lot of mentorship as to what to go into. And that's why mentorship is so important to me right now. I speak quite a bit nationally, but when it's about yourself and it's personal, I think some of the other alumni could agree, wow, those lights are really bright.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, you've done fantastic, by the way. Here for our MC, yeah? He's doing a great job. I'm going to buy that suit next week, by the way. Also, the woman who's wearing the gray and red plaid suit is fantastic. but been very blessed to be part of this organization, this community. Engineering is a lot of fun. Math and science, while it's a discipline, is a lot of fun. And one thing you might not know about engineering is it's very collaborative. It's very partner-driven. It's very team-driven. I have not only the gift from the Alumni Association for our table, but I also bought another table for all my roommates from engineering school from 30 years ago that are here tonight to support me and to support our group and our family, most of which you saw in some of those photos, which, wow, I'm really impressed with the mining of the information for this event. So they're all back there, and they're fantastic. After 30 years, it's been 30 years, I can't believe I'm following these predecessors. I'm not a doctor. I don't run WIN. I didn't raise $65 million. Thank you. I'm worthy. Mercy on ourselves, right? Mercy on ourselves. What a gift to be here. UNLV at the time for me, my mom is here. She drove down from Idaho to be here tonight. And she said, when she was moving to Las Vegas, we all come from Southern California, my family, decades and decades ago. I said, Mom, why would I want to come? Mom, do you remember? Why would I want to come to school in Las Vegas? There's only what? Showgirls and hookers. What could I possibly find in this valley? I come from Newport Beach, Irvine, right? Come on. What did I find? Can anybody guess? A community, a family, a career, a husband. I have 2 beautiful children that are native Las Vegans. I have 2 stepchildren that are native Las Vegans, one of which, by the way, is at Embry-Riddle in Florida for engineering, 4th generation, babe, 5th generation engineer in the family. Sorry. 30 years, I step on this campus. I still get butterflies. I still am excited to be a part of this program. I am very impassioned about mentoring and giving back, mostly because 30 years ago, I didn't have that. I was gifted with 6 60-something-year-old white men that were the most fantastic mentors I've ever had, and that were behind me in every one of those photos that you saw a hard hat on my head. And they got me here today. They allowed me to separate and create my business almost 7 years ago, where we're a DBE, a WBE in Joy Gwen, 25 states? 23 states. We're registered, certified, women-owned business in 23 states of this fantastic nation. So I am beyond honored and just proud of the progress we've made, not only as, I hate to beat the drum of a woman in engineering, there was less than 10%, I feel like, and most of my roommates are all men, and I adore them all. My best friends that are women and fellow alumni sitting at that back table with me. I have so many memories here. I wanted to come to a university and be immersed in a program where I would, in turn, decades later, have relationships with people that I went through that program with, that we could laugh about, some fantastic memories. One of which is a 1994 football game against a certain blue school in the state that we won the cannon. That is something I could tell you about, but you have to find me at the bar. I'll have to tell you about that privately. Also, if you've been to the engineering side of campus, there used to be a nerd lounge. There used to be a lounge that we were up there until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, because it's still math and science, people, right? Like, it's still a lot of work, but it's highly collaborative. We're all teams working together. Concrete canoes. As many of you who don't know engineering, we play with concrete. Like, we build canoes and bowling balls and frisbees, and we compete with other schools, like in Southern California in our region, and it's pretty fantastic. So memories with those faculty. I was ASCE Civil Engineering Vice President, Society of Women Engineer President. Chapter involvement is so huge. For those of us that are alumni and are able and lucky enough and have the ability to give back to this fantastic organization, student memberships in those professional organizations, especially as they align outside in the industry with potential employers is so important and such a valuable witness to those students. So I encourage you to continue to fight that fight as I'm an executive mentor for ours at the engineering school, specifically for public works. Fast forward to today, I'm honored, humbled. I look out into this crowd. Many of my friends at that back table are former alumni. They've been recognized, have the same trophy. So I'm so proud to be a part of that group. Recently, I presented to fifth graders in at-risk elementary school in Kentucky. Anybody from Kentucky? Anybody have ties to Kentucky? Love Kentucky. One of the students there, was African-American girl, came to me after my presentation, and she hugged me. She thanked me for sharing my story about my company, Rock Solid. My nickname's Rocky, so Rock Solid. See, Raquel, I could thank Joy Gwynn for that. She's fantastically talented. But she said she wanted to be in the construction industry one day. And that little thing, it's not super huge, but it's super meaningful, and it makes it worth the red eyes that I fly and running a business and continuing to witness and to mentor, especially to young girls, but just young students in general as part of the STEM program, STEAM program. Engineering is an excellent option. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, I'm just going to say. My liver might not agree, but it's a lot of fun. There's a great quote by Dolly Parton, and she said, "If your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and become more, then you are an excellent leader." Dolly Parton, she's a fantastic leader, mentor. I aspire to be even associated with this type of quote and this type of woman, especially in this industry. I strive every day to inspire my team. Like Dean mentioned, I'm very inspired. As a matter of fact, for the last 3 deans, no offense, Dean, I would call them and say, "Hey, I got a job opening. Who's your top engineering student?" And that's how I would recruit and continue to, thanks to my great relationship with the deans in the university or the college. But I want my friends and my community, my clients, my teaming partners, and my kids to know that, to be able to live life to its fullest. And I'll wrap up quickly. I'm sorry I get so inspired. I want to work every day because of this award, because of what we do, to be a great leader and mentor in our community. I want to acknowledge the hard work of my team. This achievement is not mine alone, but a testament to the collective effort and passion that each of our Rock Solid family bring to our work every day. Let's continue to push these boundaries. Let's continue to, push these boundaries, to challenge the status quo, and to use our talents to create meaningful, positive change for each other, but also for our communities. I want to express my heartfelt, and I'm so proud I haven't cried. I know my friends probably have a money wager going on the table right now. I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to my colleagues, all my engineering family at table 26. You guys should come over to table 16 and 26. Fantastically talented group of people. Each and every one of you, I wish I could see you, has played a vital role in my success, my being here. You're part of my heart, and you know this. Your talent, dedication, friendship have made even the most challenging projects and relationships fun. Thank you to so many of those individuals. Half my family over there traveled from out of state to be here tonight, so I'm very, very honored. My amazing husband, who's also an engineering graduate, 2 times from UNLV, my beautiful children, thank you for your years of patience, understanding, and endless love. And thank you to the College of Engineering and Dr. Venkat for selecting me to represent as a distinguished and proud alumni. I take this honor very seriously. Go Rebels! Thank you.
happy to introduce Wendy Kvek as the Alumna of the Year for the College of Fine Arts. She's actually an alum from our MFA program. She graduated a while back, and she stayed in Las Vegas, as many of our graduates do, and we brought her on board to lead the graduate program, and she's been doing a fantastic job of it. She runs this nationally prominent blog called Couch in the Desert, and the point of it is really to document artists who are part of the Las Vegas scene, artists who have been and then moved on, or artists that maybe came from somewhere else to Las Vegas and become part of the scene. So she does interviews, she has guest writers on the website, and that is a huge contributing factor to why we wanted her here, is that recognition within the field and that standing. One of the really important programs we have is our Visiting Artist Lecture Series, where we bring in guest artists every fall, usually about 8 or 9 of them. And she's been instrumental in planning all of that because she has so many great connections. She knows so many artists in LA, in New York, all over. I would say about half of our artists so far for the fall we've been able to get as a result of Wendy's connections, that she's connected us to one person who connected us to another, and now we get to bring some actually very big names to campus in the fall. When you look at, at UNLV we have a new medical school, and that's been a big push, and of course the medical school knows how to prolong life. The arts make it worth prolonging. Everywhere you look in Vegas is art, and it's becoming a big part of Las Vegas's identity within the art world too, is that we are starting to have more standing. She speaks, it carries a lot of weight. She knows what she's talking about. She has a wealth of experience, and she's actually just a really wonderful person to work with. With the rebel spirit, I think Wendy definitely embodies that. She's always making something new happen, always making something that is just a little different from what's happened before, and that level of innovation and curiosity and exploration is so crucial in faculty and in students. Wendy, I want to congratulate you on being our Alumna of the Year for the College of Fine Arts, and I look forward to seeing what comes next.
Come on up, Wendy. And as Wendy comes up, haven't we had some great stories so far? Like, for those of you new here to the awards, this is way better than YouTube, scrolling YouTube. Am I right? I'm right. Okay. Thank you. For the past 6 years, Wendy Kvek has guided and inspired the next generation of UNLV artists as a part and full-time professor in the art department. These days, the 2024 College of Fine Arts Alumna of the Year pulls double duty as graduate program coordinator and assistant professor in residence. Join me in congratulating Wendy Kvek, College of Fine Arts Alumna of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to UNLV, the Alumni Association, Dean Nancy Usher, and the College of Fine Arts for this honor. It's hard to believe that this fall marks 20 years since my first semester in the art department's graduate program in 2004. I'm so grateful for the people who have come into my life during my time at UNLV. Mary Warner and Stephen Hendy, my graduate faculty mentors, my fellow cohort members and alumni who are dear friends and colleagues. Some are fellow collaborators in the Las Vegas arts community and are with me tonight. Thank you. I've been privileged to learn from the example and generosity of other artists, including my UNLV students. And so I'll give a plug to my student, Clarice Terracuda, who has an exhibition opening for our Art Walk, the College of Fine Arts event that Dean Usher organizes every year. It's a beautiful community event that really highlights the importance of art to community and the beautiful and amazing work that our students do. Clarice has an exhibition about her experience of motherhood, and she also is very committed to the idea of community and how art can change the world. I'm so appreciative of this recognition the award gives to artists working in their communities. And I just want to say that I was really fortunate to have the support of my parents. My mother signed me up for art lessons when I was young, and so I had private oil painting lessons in Bonnie Casey's converted garage studio in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. And my sweet father, who drove me across the Midwest to visit colleges as a future first-generation art student. And most of all, I want to thank my husband, Michael, for all of your love and your support. And then finally, this is what UNLV and my relationships with artists and my work in the arts community has taught me. The arts connect us and are an expression of our humanity. And I truly believe that art can change the world one encounter at a time. It can inspire joy, elicit empathy and understanding. It can share stories, cultures, and imagine futures that allow us to consider new ways of being in the world together. Thank you so much for this honor.
So Lonnie Wright has been associated with UNLV since the 1960s. He is a Las Vegas native. He was born here, and he first started coming to UNLV as part of one of the first cohorts of the Upward Bound program. So in his junior and senior year of high school, he started coming to UNLV. He stayed in Tonopah Hall, so he always wants to talk about how he knows the dorms. He is a 3-time alum of UNLV. So he earned his BS in Hotel Administration in the 1970s, his master's in Teaching and Secondary Education in the mid-1980s, and then finally his doctoral degree in Curriculum Instruction in 2015. So he loves UNLV. He has been here with us since his teenage years, and he continues to invest. I'm sure if you attend a basketball game, a community event, I'm sure you could it's possible he's on campus right now having coffee with someone, talking about some way to support a student. He has focused much of his philanthropy on student athletes, but he very much cares about the Rebel community writ large, and he very much cares about integrating UNLV with all of his connections around the Valley, and there are plenty. His family has a very long history in the Valley as well. He has seen UNLV grow up, and he has been here with us as he grew up. And that's a pretty special connection, and it's one that the Graduate College is really honored to recognize today. Because Lonnie embodies everything it means to be a rebel. He gives back to his community, he gives back to the institution. He has spent the majority of his life, starting in high school to present day, giving back to the Rebel community. Dr. Lonnie Wright, it is our absolute honor to bestow upon you the Alumnus of the Year for the UNLV Graduate College. We are so grateful to be in your orbit, and we just want to thank you for all that you have done for our community and for our students. Congratulations.
Absolutely love that story. Please welcome Dr. Lonnie Wright. Lonnie, was it Convention Center or were you at the TNM playing? Convention Center. I only bring that up because somebody actually walking in said I looked like an usher at the Thomas and Mack Center with this. Yeah. Those are my retirement days. No, this is a great story. Lonnie Wright arrived at UNLV on a basketball scholarship in the early 1970s. He went on, as you heard, to earn 3 degrees from the university in 3 different decades, from 1978 to 2015, and also taught hotel management classes in what is now known as the William F. Herrick College of Hospitality. So one more time, you all deserve it, but he deserves it right now. Dr. Lonnie Wright, he is a Graduate College Alumnus of the Year. Congratulations.
Well, I wanted to let you know that I didn't have any notes for this, and my wife told me, you better write something quick. And so this is to acknowledge the people that are with me tonight are really special people because they give back to our community. So first of all, I'd like to thank God for just being here.
And I'd like to thank my wife, Sherry, for being my wife and always making me write notes and stuff. My family, I'd like to thank my family and a host of friends, especially a friend I met 4 decades ago. A little more than that, but I don't want to age myself too much. She was the student body president, and I was a sophomore representative. I was on a basketball scholarship, and she was our mascot for the Running Rebels. Our next mayor, Shelley Berkeley, she's here. Shelley has not changed one bit since we were kids. She's always been a leader. My brother Larry was on a football scholarship. He's here. And he has the record for the longest punt return. He did that in a lot of, I think, against Arizona. My dear friend and partner, Harold Lewis, all of these people that I'm going to name give back to this community. Harold Lewis, my business partner, he has a scholarship here named after his daughter. Antonio Fargas, the actor, who is in one generation, we call him Huggy Bear. Another generation, when he comes to speak to my students, they call him Doc because he was, everybody hate Chris. He was Doc. My dear friend Jack Martin, who I met training his kids up in Spring Mountain Youth Camp, we transition youthful offenders to taxpayers. We transition youthful offenders from that speeding highway to the adult system. Jack is just a special individual and a special person in my life. My pastor, Richard Box, who is here, former running rebel. And when we used to have the alumni games to raise money to send athletes back to school, to get their degrees, to finish their degrees, back in the days when you only had 4 years to graduate, Richard, we started a tradition before the alumni games. I don't care if we brought in Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and by the way, we beat them all. The running rebels beat Georgetown twice. I don't even want to go into it. So he started a tradition that we would pray before a game. Before the national anthem, we would pray. So my good friend and pastor, Richard Box, and my other good friend, the billion-dollar referee, Kenny Bayless, he has refereed over $1 billion worth of economic impact to this city in some of the matches that he reffed. And then Byron Stringer, who is a part of a group, who started a group called Toe Tag Monologues. And they go out and they talk to kids about the dangers of this world. And of course, I'd like to thank Dean Crittenden for nominating me for this award. I took my first class in 1968 at UNLV in Upward Bound. And you heard about my different degrees. But I love this. At one time, they used to call this Tumbleweed Tech. Yeah, that's right. I try to keep those negative thoughts out of my mind about my beloved UNLV. So people, I just want to tell you that it's really a pleasure being a part of UNLV for so many years. I really, without UNLV probably has been in my life just as much as my family and some of my friends. So if you're a young person that's out here and thinking about going to a school, a great school, a Tier 1 university, go here. Yeah. Go here to UNLV. It is excellent school, and we got an excellent president and a great athletic director. So this is homecoming. Let's light them up. Ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I'm going to say, at one time, I was a running rebel. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm a walking rebel. Thank you.
I'm so excited that our Alumnus of the Year is Scott Hoffman. Scott graduated from the Honors College back in 2012 with a political science degree, but then he went on and got his master's degree in higher education and counseling. And we're so lucky that he came back to UNLV in 2016, and he has been a huge advocate for students across UNLV ever since then. I think when you go to school here, you really get this sense that anything is possible. We're a really young institution, and we continue to grow and innovate in ways that are so exciting. And so whenever we may leave, there's something that always draws us back, right? And I think it's really exciting to see all of the growth and change and just the possibilities that are here at UNLV and continue to be here. So I think that's one thing. I think the other thing that draws people back to UNLV, particularly people like Scott, UNLV is critical to the community of Southern Nevada. I don't know what we would be without UNLV here in Las Vegas. And I think people like Scott really understand the value that we bring to our community, to our students, to their families, to their parents. And so when we are able to find ways as a university to help our students find the resources that they need, we're not just helping the student, we're not just helping UNLV, but we're helping Las Vegas, right? UNLV is highly diverse, and we have so many students that face housing insecurity and mental health difficulties, family struggles. And so Scott really understands and empathizes with what our students go through. I would consider Scott Hoffman to be one of the most essential employees that we have at UNLV because he helps so many students in some of the toughest situations. He's really one of those people, when you don't know what to do, you can turn to him and you know that he's going to help you. And if he himself can't help you, he will find someone who can. I don't know what we would do without him at UNLV. Congratulations, Scott, on receiving this honor. We're so happy for you and really proud that you're a part of the Honors College community.
Scott, come on up here. And as Scott comes up and gets his applause. There we go. Thank you. Oh, there's Scott. Scott, I do need to back up, though, really quick before we shower praise on Scott. Dr. Wright, did you say that you beat Jordan? Did you say that? Yeah? Yeah, in college, right? Well, you're the GOAT tonight. That's where I'm going. You're the GOAT, all right? To put together that speech on the fly, also last minute, great job. That was excellent. Okay, now back to Scott. Scott is a 2012 political science graduate who found his home at UNLV, found his home not only at UNLV, but in the Honors College. Scott spent much of his time getting involved on campus and finding his group, so much so that he returned back to his alma mater almost 8 years ago to work. Since then, he has been sharing the memories he made while here to others just beginning their journeys. Let's clap it up. Congratulate Scott Hoffman, Honors College Alumnus of the Year. I can, here, let me, oh, yeah, I'll do that. I should have done this sooner.
If I had a story about beating Jordan, I would share it. Unfortunately, I do not have that, so I'm going to apologize in advance. But genuinely, thank you, everybody. First and foremost, thank you to my wife, Shayna, who I know is out there somewhere under the lights. Shayna and I met right here as students at UNLV, and here we are today, 16 years later. I am convinced we are the greatest love story that has ever begun at the Dining Commons. So if anybody has a contender there, let me know, because I want to hear that story, genuinely. our beautiful daughter, Rose, who turned 5 years old not too long ago, who is sitting at the table probably just wanting to get back to her tablet. Thank you for being here, Rose. My parents, Roberta and Steve, our cousin, Pat, my father-in-law, John, if you are watching on YouTube, hello. And also a thank you to the leadership of the UNLV Honors College, Dr. Lisa Menagatos and Dr. Maria Jaranek, for first considering me for this recognition. And I will be 100% honest with you, I feel completely unworthy of receiving it. And I will explain why. I come to campus every day for work, and I listen to people. It's as simple as that. I listen to UNLV students who have the strength to be vulnerable, who have the strength to share with a stranger their very real mental health, personal safety, and basic needs challenges, hoping that someone here at the university is willing to listen and willing to help in some way. I listen to them share their struggles to not just succeed academically, but just to get through each day. I ask them simple questions that might have complicated answers. Questions like, how are you feeling? What can I do to make things easier right now? Our students are doing the hard work, not me. They're carrying the weight that comes with high expectations and unexpected barriers. It's often the highest achieving among us that are most in need of a safety net when times get tough. Support and care when they're expected to keep it all together and to just keep on thriving. Looking around this room tonight, I see high achievers in every way. I see influencers, I see leaders in business, in government, in medicine, in education, in literally every field that this incredible university has to offer. And my challenge to you all today, as my Rebel family, is to ask each other those simple questions. How are you? What can I do to make things a little bit easier for you? Because it's the people in this room who might need to hear those questions the most. How are you? 3 simple words can change a life. I promise you. Help is there if you want it. Never forget that. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate it.
So it's an honor to be here today to be able to celebrate David and Wendy Forrest for this amazing award. I've had the opportunity to meet with them during my short time here, and they're an amazing alumni with great community ties. They shared the story with me. It was a very inspiring story of them going abroad and having this amazing international experience, and then coming here and wanting to bring that same culture and feel to Las Vegas. That was missing that. The craft beer is a growing industry, and they're very innovative. They're very forward thinking, and anything that we do, they're always there. It's pretty amazing. They donated their time during UNLV, where they came to that event. They shared their love for beer, and they helped us raise money. They've opened up their doors for our alumni mixers. So they give back to the hospitality college, but they also give back to the university. They're very much engaged at the university level. They have a beer, Rebel Spirit, that they promote just for us, for the university. So there brings so much joy in my heart to have David and Wendy as our alumni. They've done some wonderful things, but very selfishly, I use their story to spread our amazing message to the prospective students and prospective parents in our industry, to say, look, this is what we produce here. They're probably 2 of the most genuine and authentic people I've ever met. As soon as I walk into the door, they had never met me. So welcoming, so gracious. Let me share, let me tell you, what can we do to help, how can we support you. I'm confident that Wendy and Dave will continue to be successful from a business perspective. They're gonna continue to do amazing beer and continue to grow their industry. They're going to continue to support us, but also very proud that their son will be joining the university in the near future. Dave and Wendy, congratulations on being named Alumni of the Year for the College of Hospitality. Go Rebels. A toast to you.
Yeah, that's good. Bring it. Wendy and Dave, come on up here. Oh, nice.
I had
nice.
to bring you a beer.
I'll take it. Thank you. I just made a text to somebody in the back. I said I'm out of water, but this will work too.
It goes with the suit. I figured it's for you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I swear I met you before, Wendy. When you guys first opened up, I worked at Channel 5, interviewed you guys when you started your business. So it's awesome to see where you guys have come. All right, let's shout them out. Wendy and Dave, both 2004 graduates, have expressed the last 20 years have been an amazing ride, from graduation to starting a family to creating Craft House beer. Should I do it here? Oh, nice. The world has come full circle for them, not only receiving this honor tonight, but this is also their oldest child's first semester at UNLV. So we congratulate Wendy and Dave as the William F. Herrick College Hospitality Alumna and Alumnus of the Year. Cheers. Yeah. Oh, that's
plug,
good.
You can get it. You guys, shameless plug, you can get it at the game tomorrow. So it's available right by the torch. Go Rebels.
There's a UNLV logo. So it starts smooth, and then you get a little bit on the back end. That's good.
It's the official beer of UNLV.
I don't need any water anymore. Thanks, guys.
We donate a portion back to UNLV as well, so enjoy that beer.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Come on, let's go. A little bit louder than that. How's everybody doing tonight? That's better. If you can't be too loud, there's more Rebel Spirit donated in the lobby. Grab one and you'll be all excited. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, everyone. It is an incredible honor for Wendy and I to be standing here today as Alumni of the Year. It's more important to be here with Wendy, my wife, who fills me with immense pride and gratitude. We want to express our heartfelt appreciation to the College of Hospitality, which has played a pivotal role in shaping who we are today. First and foremost, I would like to thank, my wife Wendy for being my partner in life and in business, and I could not have been able to do this without your love and support. So thank you.
You're welcome.
We would also like to thank the faculty and the staff of the College of Hospitality, who dedicated their time, effort to nurture our talents and to guide us through our academic journeys. Your unwavering support made a significant difference in our lives. And to our fellow alumnus, it is your achievements that inspire us every day. And together, we have built a community and a business that thrives on collaboration and innovation. Reflecting on our time at the university, I remember the late night study sessions and the friendships that we forged over shared experiences, and the invaluable lessons that we've both learned inside and outside of the classroom. These memories are not just milestones, but they're the foundation upon which we have built our career and our business, Craft House Brewery. As we accept this award, we are reminded of our responsibility to give back to this institution that has given us so much. It is essential that we continue to support future generations of students, ensuring that they have access to opportunities that empower them to succeed. In closing, my closing, because we're sharing, so she gets a minute as well. Just saying, but we're sticking to a minute. In closing, let's celebrate not only our individual accomplishments, but also our collective impact on society. And thank you once again for this honor. It's truly humbling, and we're extremely grateful. Let's continue to make our university proud, because Rebels make it happen. Thank you very much. Wendy would like to say a few words.
I just wanted to mention, it is really wonderful seeing so many accomplished women leaders receiving awards, and I'm truly honored to be in your presence. Fun fact, only 2% of breweries in our nation are women-owned, so this goes out to my brewing sisters. We have a few people, thank you. We have a few people that we'd like to thank and mention. First and foremost, our family, our 3 kids who are here, as well as my mom, who is a double graduate of UNLV. Go Rebels. And as well as our family who is watching on live stream and who can't be with us tonight. It is your support that allows us to do this work and also give back in doing so. And we also would like to thank Mike and his wife Lisa, also a fellow hospitality alumni, who actually brewed Dave's first batch of beer with him. So thank you both for your support.
It's your fault, Mike.
We would like to thank Stowe Shoemaker, Maggie Hausbeck, and Ricky McCurry for championing the Rebel Spirit Project from its inception. The amazing alumni team who always meets us with pride and especially enthusiasm, Tucker, Renee, and Blake, we thank you all. The UNLV Alumni Board and Association who keep the flames of school spirit burning. President Whitfield, for your steadfast leadership. It means a lot to have you have our back. Dean David Cardenas, who continues to support and encourages us to give back to our hospitality undergrads. But most of all, I'd like to thank my husband and business partner, Dave, who keeps me inspired and on my toes. So cheers to Rebel Spirit.
Go Rebels.
I am so pleased to be able to talk about and introduce you to Dr. Juan Gutierrez, the School of Integrated Health Sciences Alumnus of the Year. I met Juan here at UNLV in the physical therapy program. He was a student and I was a part-time instructor. I think there's several reasons that Juan is deserving of this honor. First, he is just that student that makes you proud. He's a first-generation student. He's 2-time alumni of UNLV, so he got his graduate and undergraduate degrees here. He does a lot of service in the community. He is always willing to help us here. He helps us with our interview day. He helps us with our interprofessional day. He's always willing to jump in and help with a course, as well as he's really done remarkable things for Mountain View and physical therapy, the patients that he treats. Dr. Gutierrez brings our second-year students into the hospital setting in what we call integrated clinical experiences. So during their second year, he spends time with each of them. And I think it's so important because most of our students haven't had any exposure to the acute care setting before coming into school. The students love it. And he is just so patient and kind with them. Some students get a little bit woozy, some have lots of questions, others are real quiet, and he's able to work with each one of them and really help them get the best experience. Juan is a compassionate, caring, gentle, kindest man I know. He loves his pets. He really is a family guy. I think this community is very lucky to have him. Juan, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. This honor is well deserved. We are so happy that you choose to be involved with us, and I truly, truly enjoy working with you. So thank you for all you do, and congratulations.
Come on up, Dr. Gutierrez. And as he comes up, Scott asked this question, but I'm going to ask it to you directly. How are you doing? Are we doing well out there? Good? I just want to congratulate you. We're about halfway through, and it took about an hour. It's a 2-hour show, so we're moving. Okay, come on up. Come on up. Sorry, Dr. Gutierrez. Come on up. You'll get your pictures. I just wanted to check in on you guys. You're doing a great job, but we're making good time. And shout out to UNLV TV. They produce these video packages that, again, shout out our honorees, and they're fabulous. So even before completing his UNLV undergraduate degree in Romance languages, this is an interesting combination. Juan Gutierrez knew he was destined for a career in physical therapy. How does that work? I want to know. I hope you talk about it. He returned to his alma mater, earned his physical therapy doctorate, and today relies on both degrees to get patients back on their feet. I really want to know if you read Shakespeare to them or how that works. I'm not sure. Is that a Romance language? I'm not sure. But congratulations, Dr. Gutierrez, the 2024 School of Integrated Health Sciences Alumnus of the Year. Congratulations. I'll hold it for you. Yeah, congratulations. I'll hold that if you want.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that is really bright. Try to get through this. So yeah, honestly, I have never felt so inadequate, unworthy, just being in your presence. Like, honestly, I'm really inspired and humbled by everything that I'm hearing, all the work that you're doing in your fields and in our community. I want to thank President Whitfield and UNLV Alumni Association for hosting us tonight. My UNLV journey started about 14 years ago, believe it or not. And in many ways, it's still going. I'm part of the UNLV physical therapy program. And it's really hard to believe that I'm standing here right now in front of you. But it goes without saying that it takes a whole village to get to where I am, right? Especially being a first-generation Mexican-American grad student. Thank you.
You're doing great.
Thank you. And I think UNLV really took a gamble with me. I was the recipient of the Millennial Scholarship, Pell Grants, UNLV scholarships. So I'm here because of people who believed in me, invested in me, and my community. I want to thank the physical therapy department, Dr. Nash, Dr. Landers, Dr. Lee, Dr. Ho, there's so many, Dr. Young, Dr. Kins, because they believed in me. I want to thank my students. I want to thank my colleagues that I get to work with every day in the hospitals. They're doing amazing work. They're really the heroes. And my patients who have shaped me in many ways that I can't even describe. My sister who's here, my mom, who was my biggest supporter. I couldn't have done it without you. So, gracias, mamá, por ayudarme, por apoyarme siempre. Te lo agradezco mucho, no lo hubiera logrado sin ti. My friends who are here, old and new friends, thanks for cheering me on, for always being there for me. And lastly, I want to thank my partner and best friend, Steven, who has been a vital part in my journey, for your patience, love, support. I want to thank all of you for being here. And I'm forever grateful. This is the biggest honor of my life. So thank you again. Appreciate you.
Nice job. You made it.
It's my privilege to be able to announce that Justin Carley has been designated as the William S. Boyd School of Law Alumnus of the Year. I've only been the dean for the last 2 years, but Justin was one of the very first alum that I met, which I think speaks to how engaged he is with the law school. He is currently the Senior Vice President and General Counsel of the Las Vegas Raiders, and in that capacity, he has just been so terrific with our students who really want to go into sports law. When he was in school, there was no sports law in town because we didn't have any sports teams. And in the intervening years, he's class of 2006. In the intervening years, we have just seen the rise of sports teams. And so now our students actually have the chance to one day be just like Justin. And he knows that and understands it and just is so engaged with us at the law school to be sure that students know what he does, figures out how they can be on a similar pathway, and just to give back. When he graduated law school, he went to one of the premier law firms, Snell & Wilmer. He stayed there making partner, which is actually quite difficult to do. And then he went in-house, which is also quite difficult to do. And he worked for the Howard Hughes Corporation, moved to Hawaii, and it was there where Sandra Douglas Morgan found him, and they had stayed in touch. She is a graduate of the law school as well, and they had stayed in touch. And so when the current position opened up, his current position, she invited him to apply, and so he did, and the rest is history. But I think missing, just from all of those accomplishments is the hard work that went in at every step of the way to be where he is today. He provides to our students this role model, not just of his own pathway, but also, the ability and to be a mentor to our students. So he's hosted, for example, our Sports and Entertainment Law Student Association at the Raiders facility. He's, making sure that, whenever they have questions about what does it mean to be in-house, what does it mean to be a sports lawyer, he's there to answer their questions, letting them shadow him, for a day, so they can get a sense of, is this something that I want to do one day? Justin is so down to earth. He is kind, intelligent, funny, just really, very unassuming. If you passed him in the street, you might think he was a former football player, but wouldn't think that he was at the top of the Raiders organization in the C-suite. Congratulations, Justin, on being the Boyd Law Alumnus of the Year. It's so great to have you as our honoree.
Welcome, Justin. Come on up. Am I hearing it now? Raiders. Did I just hear that? Just do it one time for me. We'll celebrate the Rebels, too. We've been doing it all night. Raiders. Thank you. Thank you very much. As Senior Vice President and General Counsel for the Las Vegas Raiders, Justin Carley is responsible for overseeing all aspects of the NFL franchise's legal department, and his boss, Raiders team president and fellow William S. Boyd School of Law alum Sandra Douglas Morgan. And I believe I saw the boss here tonight. She's here, right? So just make sure you thank her in the speech, okay? And just a really quick personal shout out from me when we started the sports journalism program here at the Greenspun College of Urban Affairs. We were trying to get our students access to the major league events that were coming to town. And no shade on anybody. They all worked with us, an amazing job. But the only organization that reached out to our program to say, how can we link with you, was the Las Vegas Raiders. And I am super appreciative for what you and your leadership and your organization has done partnering with this university. So come on up. Congratulations. I'll hold that for you if you want. Yeah.
I really didn't prepare a speech, and I didn't take any notes, and I'm going to wing it.
Nice.
So let's go with me.
Yeah, thanks.
This was very unexpected. I thought I was coming to UNLV. Am I the only one? No? All right. I got it. And we were told, strict rule, 2-minute limit. If you've been betting the under, it's about to cash in for you. I moved here over 20 years ago to go to law school at William S. Boyd School of Law. Didn't have much of a plan, but I thought it was going to be 3 years here and I'd be gone. But I very quickly found out what Las Vegas was all about. Made a lot of friends in the law school, classmates, faculty, staff, and Vegas quickly became home. That was over 20 years ago, and I have a lot of people to thank for that. Start with my mother, my brother, and my sister, who are not here, but I have to mention them. I can't see anybody over there, so I think we're over there, but move on to my wife, Anna. Thanks, Michael. My wife, Anna, who's put up with me for longer than you would expect. Everybody at UNLV, the law school, the Alumni Association, who supported me while I was there and after, at the companies that you heard the dean describe that I worked at, and most recently, my newest Las Vegas family, the Raiders. Under 2 minutes.
Under, yeah, you got it, you got it.
I am so excited that Gretchen Grierson is our Alum of the Year. We are thrilled to have her as a member of our college. and we're so proud of all the things she's done with her degrees in psychology and all the ways she's given back to the Las Vegas community through her service to so many different nonprofit organizations and volunteer organizations. I've actually known her a bit because our kids went to the same elementary school, so that's where I actually first met her. Then I found out that she was actually part of our college, and she's someone who shows up to everything. So she's been a long-term member, actually she termed out, of our college's Alumni Association, so our college level Alumni Association. She served that for 6 years, and now she's transitioned out of our Alumni Association into our College of Liberal Arts Dean's Advisory. She got her degree at UNLV and then went on to establish her own mental health practice. She's a marriage and family therapist, and she was one of the first mental health counselors at Mission High School, which is a recovery high school, the first in the nation. So she's had a really illustrious career and used her psychology degrees in a variety of ways to serve people. Gretchen is rebel through and through. She and her family, she's married to another rebel alum. One of her children went to UNLV, and they really love this university and this college, and you can tell that by all the ways that they show up. I really feel a lot of her love for our students. She really wants to pass on her love of the university to future generations of alum. Yeah, if you met Gretchen, you'd like her. She's super nice. She's totally friendly. She's outgoing. She's interesting. She's interested in you. She's easy to connect with in 2 seconds. And she's someone who really is present. Congratulations, Gretchen. You are so deserving of this award. You're the best of us at UNLV and in the College of Liberal Arts, and we're so grateful for all the ways that you give back to us. Thank you for being an amazing alum. Congratulations.
Gretchen and I match. I love it. Well, of course, the appropriate color. Please welcome Gretchen Garcia Grierson here to the stage, a community volunteer since she was a young teenager. Good, clap it up. One person did. We can, yeah, there we go. She was a young teenager. Gretchen Grierson's passion for giving back extends to her alma mater. Beneficiaries include the College of Liberal Arts, Rebel Athletics, and the Alumni Association, and we thank her for it. Please congratulate once again. More clapping. You guys are doing great. Gretchen Garcia Grierson, College of Liberal Arts Alumna of the Year. Come on up. I'll hold that for you.
Okay, I will echo what I think Raquel said earlier. For 30 years, wow, that's bright. For 30 years, I've been talking to other people as a therapist, and you get pretty comfortable with that because it's never about you. When it becomes about you, it's a whole different game. So I make no promises because for 30 years, I've maybe choked up once in a counseling session. This is different. So good evening. I first want to extend my sincerest congratulations to all the alumni receiving recognition tonight. I'm so excited for each and every one of you and us, and I'm deeply humbled and consider myself fortunate to be included with such a great group of rebels. A sincere thank you to Dean Keene and the College of Liberal Arts team, Jessica, Heather, Jenna, and the COLA board for the nomination and the selection. I hold you all in the highest regard, and I admire your genuineness and leadership and friendship. Liberal arts alumni play a key role in the stable and vibrant communities, not only here in Clark County, but across the country and the world, and I'm so proud to be one of them. As you've heard in my story that was on those cute little Matthew, okay, all of us who worked with Matthew, sidebar, what an amazing writer. I've never sounded better in my life, so thank you to Matthew. But my life has been marked by a pretty humble and simple upbringing. Unbeknownst to my parents, they were shepherding generational changes for our family. They came from a Second World War and a small town life that didn't offer a lot of opportunity. But we grew up in adoration and love. I wanted much, but I needed nothing. I had everything. Whew, here we go. From my mother's sacrifices for leaving her entire family behind in Germany to find a new life, and my father's courage for change, service to our country, and unwavering support for me and my siblings, I'd like to publicly thank them. We lost my father in 2018, but my mother, Tilly, is in the back, and she's with us tonight, and I just want to thank her. Okay, first hurdle, here we go. But our family is full of Rebel Red. My dad was never a sports fan, but he was a quick yes to be my date to go to the NCAA basketball playoff games at the Thomas and Mack in the 1990s. He agreed because I wanted any opportunity to spend time with him, and he probably wore a UNLV t-shirt that I bought at Miller's Outpost, my first job. And then there's my mom, who somewhere around that same time became some kind of crazy sport enthusiast. And now she's the first person to call, really first my husband, and then me, to tell us about what the newest thing is in the paper, about the Rebels, about any changes in coaches, or the team. And currently, just before I came up here, a true story, she was talking about Woodard and what the paper said about him this week. It happens all the time, and we love her for it. My brother and my sister and my bonus sister led the way to my Rebel life. My sister Deanie is an alumni of the nursing college, and my soul sister Kathy, I grew up with them, and they are with me here tonight. In our trio, I was the youngest, but I always felt inseparable. They have been and always will be my role models. Okay, second hurdle. Then along the way of this path, so I have to say, Scott, you may not have the most romantic UNLV story. In this college, I should go back, I achieved my BA, and 2 years later my MA, but my most important degree was my MRS degree that I found along my graduate studies when I met my husband, Steve, my best friend, my partner in life, my partner in crime, my partner in businesses and dreaming, and he has been with me through all my escapades and all my shenanigans with every project that I take on. There's nothing I can do without him, and there's nothing I would want to do without him. Then came along our first child, Andrew, my handsome son in the back, who is also an alumni of the Lee Business School, 1992, and graduated with my nephew. Then my beautiful daughter, Katie, who just flew in from ASU and made it here for her cold dinner, but she chose darker red colors at the University of Redlands in California, and now ASU. But we love you dearly, and we know it's your rebel heart that allows you to do that. So there you go. I absolutely adore these children, and I live for them and with them every day. And I thank you so much for being here tonight. So in the end, I'm simple. I love my family, I love my faith, I love my friends, and I love this community, and I really love being a rebel. I still have a crush on Larry Johnson. Sorry, Steve. It's true. And I still always feel like a freshman when I'm around Dr. Chris Heavey. And I'm reminded of him every time my grammar check politely suggests to me that I should not write in passive voice. #thesis problems. My Rebel football team, the record was 124 to 252 up until 2022, but we have hope now. Like my wedding vows, we are committed in good times and bad, and we have a lot of hope for tomorrow's game. We hope to see you guys tomorrow, and we hope to crush Boise State. Lastly, according to Schroeder and Graziano, 2015, Oxford Press, that's for you, Dr. Heavey, that's my citation. The building block of community is actions that benefit others. This past weekend, I traveled to Washington, D.C. with 35 veterans, 2 Korean War veterans and 33 Vietnam veterans, when they were visiting their walls, their memorials created in their honor. I stood in the same space as a man who stood silently, gazing upon the wall. In that quiet space, he said to me, I have 129 men on that wall. I ask that we always be grateful. We push ourselves to think of others, and above all, we build our communities around our collective actions of giving to others. Congratulations once again to all the recipients, and I'm so grateful to be here and to be a Rebel. Thank you.
This is so exciting for Oscar and me to be here in celebration of Clay T. White as the Alumna of the Year. She's a wonderful person, has become a good friend to us. And as we try to build a world-class city, there's nobody more world-class than Clay T. White.
I had the privilege of getting to know Clay T. much better this past year than all the years that I knew her before. Every once in a while, it's like E.F. Hutton. She says something, people stop and they listen because they know she's going to say something important.
Clay T. was born in North Carolina. Smart of her to move west with everybody in the world and begin her educational career out here, but coming to UNLV to really finalize every pathway to learn about who and what we are.
Well, it's interesting. A lot of people may not know what she does and her purpose as far as her profession is concerned, but the one thing they do know that when they meet her, with her quiet demeanor, looking you in the eye, there's something that you respect right away.
She's never had fear guide her. I've seen her in situations and in meetings of great significance that she is not frightened to get out. She does it in a very dignified, classy way. But her words are heard. There is a deep passion in her, and she believes in the truth, and she believes in the history. She is always deferential. She is always dressed magnificently. She is always well prepared.
The two of us were at the Special Collections Room at the time that horrible event took place with the shootings out at UNLV. And she was calm and just did everything right. She made the students feel that they were safe. We're so proud of what you do for our community and for UNLV and for us to become better, more educated, more well-read persons than we started before we met you.
We know that when you wake up every day and you look in the mirror, you don't see what we're seeing. You see yourself, but we see a beautiful, giving woman who's made such a contribution that will live on for decades and decades. So congratulations. We're so honored to be part of this honorarium that has been bestowed upon you.
Come on up, Clay T. White. It's great to see the Goodmans in a piece here, too. Love the Goodmans. As the founding director of UNLV's Oral History Research Center, Clay T. White has overseen the production of dozens of projects that have chronicled important and sometimes controversial cultural and sociological touchpoints in Southern Nevada's history. We congratulate Clay T. White as the University Library's Alumna of the Year. Congratulations.
I'm not often surprised. That surprised me. So I thank you, Maggie. I thank you to the Library Advisory Board. Wow, what a night. So my family worked as sharecroppers. My father could not read or write, but he was an amazing storyteller, both fact and fiction. We valued books and magazines and newspapers when we could get them. Every 3 or 4 months, my father's sister would come to see us from Portsmouth, Virginia, about 55 miles away from Ahoskie, North Carolina. And she would bring her old Jet magazines and the Norfolk Journal and Guide. Pure heaven for weeks. My brothers, I have 5 older brothers, would order books by joining the Book of the Month Club. Do you remember those? They would join by paying, you would pay $2 and you would get 4 or 5 books. I don't think that first monthly book at the regular price was ever paid for. This happened more than one time. So I still get excited when I receive books from Amazon or a favorite bookstore. When I applied and was accepted in the history department for my master's degree here at UNLV, I had already spent several years in the work world. and that GA stipend just didn't quite meet my living expenses. So I got a part-time job working at Dickerson's Library shelving books here on campus. The job found me because I had met the stack manager, Chris Maestas. UNLV has made my life so much easier, taught me so much, and later provided me with the best career in the universe. So after meeting that stacks manager who gave me that job, a few years later, UNLV Libraries came calling a second time. Dr. Ken Marks, who was Dean of Libraries at that time, and Dr. Peter Merschel, head of Special Collections, decided that the Oral History Research Center would be established on this campus and would become part of the libraries, not the history department. I am so grateful for that decision. And they asked me to apply for the position of the director of this new center. This happened through something called the Opportunity Hiring Program. So I am a DEI hire. I am a diversity hire, and I am so blessed by it. So I thank you. I want to thank my table especially tonight, because this is a table that, because of a human glitch on my part, that I had to assemble this table of people last evening. So I want to thank them all. They know that I love them. Maggie, Sarah, Stacy, Dr. Vaught, Aaron, Ella, Michael, Tony, and Adrian. Thank you so much for that last call of help from me. Thank you.
I'm so happy to announce that Janice Enriquez is receiving the Alumni of the Year Award from the School of Nursing at UNLV. She is exactly the person that you would want teaching you if you were a nursing student. Janice has had a long road to get to where she is, a long and really inspiring road. She had 12 or 13 years of experience as a nurse before she went back to midwifery school. She traveled to another state for her midwifery education and then realized that she wanted to have a doctoral degree. She knew that she wanted to work on another level, on a systems level, to improve outcomes and have more influence over the preparation of new midwives and nurses. Janice has had a lot of life experience, and I think it really makes a difference in how she interacts with people because she really meets them where they are. It doesn't matter who the person is, what their background is. She connects with everybody. What we want for our students is to be somebody who really hears what patients say, who really respects them and provides respectful care, and who is thorough and caring in the way that they approach patients. Janice is hysterical, brilliant, creative, beautiful, so loving, patient-centered. She works well with others. I would go to her for care. She wants to fix the maternal mortality that's getting worse in the state. She wants to eliminate all the racial disparities that are associated with perinatal care in this country. I think she spends 80% of her time laughing and giggling and making things more fun, which is an amazing learning environment for students. Janice has a weird fixation with Hello Kitty. It's everywhere. It's all over her office. Janice, I know that you have imposter syndrome over this, but you have totally earned this. This award of Alumni of the Year. Congratulations.
Let's clap it up for Janice and clap it up for the Hello Kitty collection. That was fabulous. A recent graduate of UNLV, she now serves as an assistant professor in residence. Janice still practices what she teaches, serving patients as a certified nurse midwife and women's health nurse practitioner. Congratulations to Janice Enriquez, School of Nursing Alumna of the Year. Congratulations.
Okay, but really, it is really bright. So thank you, everybody. Just an update. So the person that was in the photos with me, she had a healthy baby boy last week, so she let me share that with you guys. She had a wonderful birth, so it was great to be a part of her story as well. So good evening, everyone. I am deeply honored and humbled to receive this recognition as the Nursing Alumna of the Year. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to UNLV, the faculty, and the Alumni Association for this incredible honor. Nursing has always been more than a career to me. It's been a calling, and it's been inspired by my children, Alex, Isaiah, Jonah, and Jacob. They have been my greatest motivation, pushing me to be a better version of myself. You've celebrated my successes, lifted me during tough times, and reminded me why I chose this path in the first place. This award is as much yours as it is mine. Without you, there is no me. Jonah, I know you couldn't be here tonight as you are serving overseas in the Navy, but I want to take a moment to honor your service. Thank you, Jonah. I also want to thank my parents who made it in today, yesterday from California, especially to my dad and my stepmom. Thank you for always being there for me, whose unwavering presence during my toughest moments kept me going. Their strength and belief in me made all the difference, reminding me that I could overcome any challenges that came my way. My siblings, Matt and Emily, couldn't be here tonight, but thank you both for being my biggest cheerleaders. I also want to send a special shout out to my mother-in-law, who is also sitting with us today. Thank you for being here for me, supporting me, and thank you for my husband, Michael. Thank you for your never-ending support through all the trials and tribulations. You are my rock. You stood by me when the days were long and the nights were even longer, even now, always believing in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I couldn't have done this without you. To my colleagues, mentors, and many students and patients I've had the privilege to guide and serve, you've taught me the true meaning of compassion, resilience, and dedication. I am especially grateful for the opportunity to serve and mentor the next generation of nurses. It is a privilege to see their passion and to share with them the wisdom that others have shared with me. I hope to continue giving back to this incredible profession and community just as it has given to me. Thank you very much.
So as the Dean of the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine, I'm really happy to announce that Chase Shropshire is the Alumnus of the Year. Chase came from our inaugural class, so he's someone who maybe took a little bit of a chance on a new medical school, graduated, did his residency in town, and really is the model of the type of person that we want to attract here at the School of Medicine. Dr. Shropshire grew up in Pahrump, so he's a local student. He actually is a first-generation college student. Before coming to medical school, Chase was a professional model for Abercrombie & Fitch, so he's outgoing and he's gregarious. I know he worked in the hotel industry on the Strip and then was drawn back to medicine. So I think when we look at Alumnus of the Year, we look to someone who has been committed to the school. Chase was a school leader while he was here. We look for someone who's committed to our mission to care for the community. And Chase showed that by staying here for residency. He intends to practice in this community and to give back, just like as opportunities were given to him, he wants to give back to this community. I think one of the problems that our citizens have is access to health care. There aren't enough physicians and they're often hard to get to see. Coming from Nevada, I think Chase realizes that and hopefully will work to make that better. As a first-generation college student, he really has an opportunity to make a difference in his family's life, but also in others' lives as well. So from the bottom of my heart and enthusiastically, I'd like to congratulate Chase Shropshire for receiving Alumnus of the Year from our school.
Welcome, Dr. Shropshire, to the stage. There he is. Great, best photo shoot that we've had tonight, brother. It is great to see you, man. Congratulations. A member of the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine's charter class, Chase Shropshire didn't grow up wanting to be a doctor. In fact, his passion for medicine was sparked by a fellow UNLV undergraduate student who is now his wife. Another great story. I'm going to add to your resume here. Yeah, because I met Chase a long time ago, like 15 years ago. Channel 5 production assistant in our TV studio. So he ran cameras for me, which is great. It's great to see you, and congratulations, man. Super proud. And I'm going to call you a kid because you were a kid when I met you. Great kid. Still a kid now. No, it is awesome to see what he's done in our community and obviously being a leader that he is and winning this award. So congratulations to Dr. Chase Shropshire, the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine, and the first time we've had a School of Medicine winner here at UNLV. He's the Alumnus of the Year. Yeah, congrats, man. Great to see you, brother.
Great to see you. Likewise. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, boy. Thanks for that, Dean Kahn. Great introduction. Also, shout out to my brother for letting me take some notes on his phone. My boy is playing dinosaur games on mine right now, so you're the real MVP, man. Yes, I just wanted to mention, I'll be brief. I'm honored and humbled to be the first medical school alumnus of the year. I wondered why me, you know, when they bestowed this honor upon me. I thought they got the wrong email at first, made some calls. Still feel that way. I think that happens to a lot of us, but I really am appreciative of this honor. You know, it was ironic when I was taking those lovely photos at the beautiful state-of-the-art new campus, kind of walked through the halls like I owned the place. And I realized that was actually the first time I've ever been there. So the irony is because it's been a long way since that storage room in the back of the dental school where 60 of us were kind of cramped in there as the inaugural class. It's been amazing to watch the growth and see the vision come to fruition. You know, I owe so much. Hi, buddy. Hi, Sawyer. I owe so much to those working so hard at the Kirk Kerkorian School of Medicine at UNLV. You're eating all the dinosaurs. And to all the donors, really, though, to which without them, all this wouldn't really be possible. I do want to make sure I give a shout out to Barbara Atkinson, Ann Diggins, and Dr. Samuel Parrish for believing in us as a class and nurturing our growth, and to Dean Kahn for taking the torch and lighting the way forward. Personally, I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to thank my amazing wife and fellow UNLV graduate and physician, Dr. Nicole Pereira. The gauntlet that we've been through together, you know. We're able to double match and stay home here in Nevada for training. And I also wanted to reach out and, of course, thank our families for supporting us and being there for our children throughout this journey. Long nights of work, long shifts of watching our children, so thank you so much. We wouldn't have been able to do this without you. My wife and I hope to match together in Nevada to be part of improving medicine in our valley. And of course, having family nearby was just a super bonus. Now we're here. My wife just graduated recently as a local practicing pediatrician, and I get to be a part of mentoring that next generation of residents and medical students that will shape the future of healthcare in the state. I'm also proud to be a part of pioneering the first radiology fellowship in Nevada coming up. So big things to come, and thank you so much for this honor.
I can't think of anyone more deserving than Fabian Donate to be the UNLV School of Public Health's Alumnus of the Year. He was a student in 2 of my public health undergrad classes, and he was an outstanding student. It just stood out to me right away that he really cared about public health and was going to be a change maker in the state of Nevada. He was really active in the Public Health Student Association. He was a CSUN senator, and he's gone on to do even more amazing things since leaving the school, and he's currently serving his 2nd term as a Nevada state senator. Fabian Fabian has talked about how being a son of immigrant parents really shaped his desire and passion to make sure that everyone has equitable access to care, and that includes the healthcare system and public health in general. He's really special because he cares so deeply about public health, and he has ingrained that into his policies and political decisions that are influencing Nevadans across the state. He engages regularly with the School of Public Health, and he continuously engages with the Nevada Minority Health and Equity Coalition, and he's always willing to come and speak at events and talk to our students whenever we reach out. He's just a really great person. He cares a lot about family, and he cares a lot about the local community, and it really shows in everything that he's done. I know he cares a lot about his family, and I know they've shaped him greatly, and I was able to see him engage and interact. We had an end-of-the-year event when he was here at UNLV, and his parents came to support him, and his little sister was there running around. And so just to be able to see him engage with his parents like that and his family like that, and see the support and love they had for each other was really amazing. Congratulations, Fabian, on this very well-deserved honor.
It is our pleasure to welcome Nevada State Senator Fabian Doñate to the stage. Rising from a UNLV CSUN student government senator to helping shape federal and state healthcare policies to being elected as the youngest state senator in Nevada history, Senator Doñate is a proud rebel and making a difference for all of us. He needs a big clap because February is going to be here soon enough. I know you'll be grinding it out up there. And you guys are doing a great. We're getting to the home stretch here, okay? There is light. We've only got a few more, but Fabian, come on up here. Congratulations. I'll hold that for you. Congrats.
Thank you so much. I know the last thing that we want is a politician speaking for longer than 30 seconds, but I promise I'll try to be as brief as I can. You know, this is an incredible honor for me. It's a very humbling experience. I want to start off by thanking President Whitfield, Dean Gerstenberger, and the faculty and staff at the School of Public Health. I also want to take some time to thank my friends. I brought a few of my college friends that impacted my time here at UNLV here. You know, earlier we've heard from many folks that it takes a village to help us get where we're at, and it couldn't be any farther from the truth. My friends Trevor, Yvette, Alex, Darcy, and Trent, who are here with me, and of course, last but not least, my mom and dad. Mom and dad, can you say hi, wave? They're all the way in the back, it's okay. A little bit about my family. So my dad is an immigrant from Zacatecas, Mexico. He came to this country with aspirations to work and have a good paying job. And my mom is a grocery store worker. She works at Albertsons. My dad works at a casino. He works at the Strasbourg Hotel and Casino. He's a member of the Culinary Union. And so we're a working class family that grew up in downtown Las Vegas. We've lived in Vegas for 27, 28 years. And so Vegas has always been home for us. The reason why I chose to study public health was because at the age of 17, my dad was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and I was the one that had to translate for him. And that's a very common experience that many children of immigrants have to go through. And it showed me the injustice that many families have to go through in this state. And so I chose to study public health as a career change that not only could influence my family, but help others that were experiencing the same thing I did. And 4 years ago, when the pandemic hit, I think it was a sobering reality, not just for myself, but for my family, because that was the moment when my dad lost his job. Many of my family members work in the casino industry, and so we were all practically out of a job overnight. And I think that moment showed us the difficulty of how vulnerable working families can be. But most importantly, I think what we learned was that despite the vulnerability, that what matters most is our faith in each other and our family members to succeed, to keep fighting. The sacrifices that my parents made to get here to where they're at is what paved for me to graduate from this institution, and I owe my life to them. The advocacy that I have the ability to do for people, for being and serving in the Senate is because of them, and I'm incredibly honored to be their son. And so the only thing that I have for this moment is Amaya Pa, Este momento es para ustedes también. Mom and Dad, this moment's for you too, so thank you so much.
I'd like to introduce Allison Sloat, is the 2024 Alumna of the Year for the College of Sciences. Allison is one of the most energetic and optimistic and mentoring people that I know. Allison was a graduate student here, but even as a graduate student completing her research, she was also teaching Sci 101 and inventing her first year experiences even on the side while she was completing her PhD. So continuing that work once she graduated was a natural fit. So Allison started off by forming Rebel Science Camp to engage fifth graders, and she wanted to bring them to campus so that they could experience campus and want to go to college. And then that morphed into, let's take undergraduate and graduate students into those students' own classrooms in their own schools so that we can help the teachers at those schools do it. And these are all Title I schools in the Valley. And so all told, over 4,000 undergraduates and over 150 of our own students have been involved in the 6 or 7 different programs that Allison has started and continues to run. Allison, sees the future of science as needing the next generation, and she cares about helping disadvantaged kids. Everything she does is targeted, so the reason why Rebel Science Camp focuses on fifth graders is because the educational scientists say that's the point where you really need to engage students. Soon after I arrived at UNLV, I wanted to do an event at homecoming, and making liquid nitrogen ice cream is a great thing for a scientist to do. And Allison really liked the idea, so she volunteered to help. And since that point, she's gone to every homecoming, the science fair, take your child to work day. And on top of that, she doesn't let me make the ice cream anymore. She changed the recipe a little bit to improve it, and it's going to be hers after I retire, I'm sure. Allison, congratulations for being the 2024 Alumna of the Year for the College of Sciences. There isn't a more well-deserved person that can receive this award, and I really enjoyed working with you all these years.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Keep it going. Come on up, Allison. One reason that Allison Sloat was selected as the 2024 College of Sciences Alumna of the Year, she has developed several community outreach programs, including one that gives school teachers the tools to educate young students about the importance of STEM education and how to positively interact with the environment. That is awesome. I want to know more about the ice cream and if we can get some at the game tomorrow. Or did you already serve for homecoming week? Yeah, but fill us in. I want to know where I can get some. Congratulations, Allison Sloat, the College of Sciences Alumna of the Year. Congrats. You got it.
So thank you so much. Thank you to the College of Sciences. Thank you to Eric and Kara and Andy for your unwavering support of me and all of my crazy ideas to bring kids to campus or go to their schools and do this work. I recently got a new grant to plant trees all over Las Vegas, and on Monday I was planting trees at this school, and this little girl asked me, how did you get this job planting these trees? I want a job planting these trees. She's 7. So I said, well, first you have to go to college, and in 2035, I had to do the math, in 2035, when you graduate from high school and come to UNLV, I could be your professor, and I can help you save the earth. And so then I was thinking about it later, and I thought, I'm so grateful that I did not give up when I was told that I didn't belong in sciences. And I want to thank my mom for that, because she wouldn't let me give up. And so I didn't give up, and here I am still. I want to thank Javier Rodriguez for helping me with Rebel Science Camp and getting it launched. And that grew into all of the community work that I've been doing, and working with organizations like the Nature Conservancy and their work in the community, and the work that I'm doing with the teachers at CCSD has really made an impact on my life, and it impacts a lot of kids. So if you want to help plant some trees, we have 2,975 more to go. So thank you.
I am honored beyond words to present the 2024 Greenspun College of Urban Affairs Alumna of the Year, Eileen Pastor. So Eileen has a great relationship not just with the School of Journalism and Media Studies, but with the Greenspun College of Urban Affairs. She is a two-time graduate. Yes, she came back for more. She graduated in 2008 with her bachelor's in journalism and media studies, turned right around and came back to pursue a master's in public policy. Throughout that time, she's worked for the RTC. She's been actually kind of a success story for the Regional Transportation Commission. She started as an intern, and all of our students need to do internships, and through that start, she was able to pursue a career where one opportunity led to the next. And then she got into a position where she got to mentor other student interns. She answers the call whenever anybody puts out the call for help and says yes. She serves on the advisory board for the alumni here at the Greenspun College. We've also recently launched an alumni council for the Hank Greenspun School of Journalism and Media Studies, and she said she would be willing to help with that. But along with that, she maintains a great attitude. This is what's so cool about Eileen. She does all these different things to help out her community, to help out her university, to help out where she lives be a better place, but she does it with a great attitude. She's somebody that you want to spend time with, that you want to get to know. One of the things that Eileen can point to anytime she comes back to campus is the University Transportation Center right across the street from Greenspun Hall. Eileen was instrumental from inception to execution and the eventual reality of this. It's not just any UNLV alum that could come back and point to something on campus and say, yeah, I made that happen. But Eileen, she's a rebel who made it happen. Eileen, congratulations on being the 2024 Greenspun College of Urban Affairs Alumna of the Year. We are so proud.
Come on up, Eileen. Yes, yes, I love it. Eileen Pastor's passion for and commitment to all things UNLV did not end with her 2 degrees. In addition to participating in and supporting numerous alumni activities, she still attends Rebel games. You better be there tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I thought. And takes on students as interns, saying, quote, and she can speak too, but I have a quote here, quote, as a proud and grateful UNLV graduate, giving whenever and however I can is simply the right thing to do, and I will be using that transportation hub to get to the game tomorrow. So thank you for that. Yes, I will be parking on campus going to the game. Let's congratulate Eileen Pastor, Greenspun College of Urban Affairs Alumna of the Year. It's nice to meet you. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Hi, good evening, everyone. I feel like there is some explanation that's needed for some of the photos. In all honesty, I'm super grateful to be here this evening and sharing the evening with Table 34 all the way in the back. Thank you to everyone who came out to support me, especially my mother, Josephina, and my father, Moses, who are here and have always been my rock in my entire life. I'd also like to thank the College of Urban Affairs for the opportunities that it's given me to give back to the community and provide an amazing opportunity for a lot of interns that have come through the Regional Transportation Commission. And to John's point, please, for anyone who's going to the game, consider a sustainable option of the RTC's bus service. It's $2 one way, and it picks you up right here at the University Transit Center. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening, and congratulations to all the other honorees.
Nice job.
I'm so happy that the university is honoring Dr. Frederick No with the Outstanding Faculty Award this year. Dr. No's area of expertise, his area of training is higher education, and
And as a university, when we talk about being a minority-serving institution, he truly knows how to serve students of marginalized backgrounds. His work really focuses on academic readiness in terms of how do we move students from high school to college to be academically ready for college.
Dr. No has been able to take what his students want to write about and incorporate that into his own research. And so he's really been able to assist a lot of the higher education students with getting published and getting some type of publication under their belt.
And he's been very involved in state policy work, both in Nevada and in California previously, looking at how we address inequities in higher education. In fact, he has earned $1.2 million in grant funding to support students in higher education institutions, particularly students of color. And so we're just really proud of having him on the faculty, and it was a wonderful surprise for Dr. No to receive this, but it was well-deserved and in some ways not a surprise. He is a warm, caring human being who's passionate about ensuring that every student at UNLV is successful.
Dr. No is probably one of the smartest people I've ever met. He's kind, he's generous, he's funny, he doesn't take himself too seriously, but he takes his research and his work very seriously.
Frederick is an amazing professional, but he's also an amazing father to 2 small kids and has an incredible partner who is also a professor. And so he really has this great balance of enjoying his family and enjoying his career. And I think that he is such an important model to the rest of our faculty, to our students throughout the college about how it's really important to have that balance and that higher education should accommodate that balance.
Congratulations, Dr. No. It is well-deserved. You are one of the greatest professors I've ever had.
Congratulations, Dr. Frederick No, on this incredible award. You are an outstanding faculty member, and we are so lucky to have you in the College of Education.
Congratulations, Dr. Frederick No. Now, we made it through the colleges, okay? We're on the Final Four awards, so all the colleges are done. Now we have the special awards, and then we'll get you out of here. Good night's sleep before the game tomorrow, before kickoff. The UNLV Alumni Association's Outstanding Faculty Member Award recognizes a distinguished UNLV faculty member for their commitment to teaching, research, and service, as well as lasting contributions to student growth and development. Congratulations, Dr. No. He is our 2024 Outstanding Faculty Member of the Year. Congrats. Yep, got it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I think I'm the first non-UNLV alumni up here, and I've actually been feeling very jealous because the common thread through all of the awardees tonight is just complete dedication to the community, to the city, to the state, and it just makes me very proud to be a faculty member here and participating in the work that this university is doing, because I think, honestly, giving back to the community is the noblest thing an institution of higher education can do. So thank you to the UNLV Alumni Association for this honor. Thank you to the folks who nominated me. Thank you to the photographer for that amazing photo shoot. It's so humbling to be recognized by the university in this way. Thanks especially to the amazing faculty of the UNLV Higher Education program and also the many students and alumni that we have. I want to recognize a couple colleagues who could join me today. Dr. Eung-Sang Lee, who had to go teach his class, Dr. Julie Pham. I know Dean Danica Hayes and Associate Dean Kenny Varner are here. You all inspire me to keep doing work to advance educational equity and remind me every day of why I do the work that I do. Fun fact, Julie Pham, Dr. Julie Pham, was one of the first students I ever had as a high school math teacher 20 years ago when I was teaching in the Fruitvale district of East Oakland. So seeing her thrive in high school, go to UCLA as a Gates Scholar, attend NYU where she earned her doctorate, And then she suddenly showed up here at UNLV as a postdoc in my college. Just seeing that whole cycle is exactly what this is all about. Education, especially public education, has the power to change lives. And although it is under attack in many ways, I'm so proud to be working alongside colleagues in the College of Education and throughout UNLV who are working every day to make it better. Lastly, I have to thank my parents and family. My partner, Diana, isn't here. She's at home with our 3 little ones. But my mom, dad, and aunt are here from Long Beach, California, and I know there's some family watching online. Thank you. Well, I mean, they're here for me partly, but also because they love the Orleans. Everything I have is due to their sacrifice and support. So they actually escaped the killing fields of Cambodia 45 years ago. They are genocide survivors. And they are only here, and therefore I am only here, because someone, somewhere, 45 years ago, probably on a college campus, much like this, did not stop talking, did not stop noticing, did not stop speaking up for vulnerable people around the world. So a final thank you I have is to those of you who are noticing and talking and speaking up about injustices today, genocides of today. You are making more tomorrows possible. Thank you.
When I arrived here in 2012, I met Joe. I was on the Rebel Athletic Fund at that time, and met Joe, and then I took over Joe's account for the Rebel Athletic Fund, and we've grown as friends and brothers.
Instantly thought this is definitely one of the most unique characters around. Murph has a very tough personality, if you will, and has the shield up. But when you get to know him and you spend a lot of time with him, he's actually a good-hearted softie deep down inside.
Because of his consistency in support of UNLV across the board, medical school, athletics, the fact that he is just cares so deeply about this community, cares deeply about UNLV. I think his just overall global aspect of the city of Las Vegas and how much he cares about the city is why you pick someone like Joe, who just completely gives his all in everything that he does in support of our city.
He's been an incredibly successful businessman. He built his company from the ground up, and he's been so successful. And somebody that's been that successful and has done well in life and has been so generous and giving back and trying to make the Las Vegas Bowl the best game in the country, trying to make UNLV the best university in the country.
Joe is always going to be one of the first to step up and say, how can I help? How can I help you at UNLV? How can I help you individually? How can I help you in your personal life? That's who Joe is. I mean, his care and his empathy is so deep that those that haven't had an opportunity to meet Joe and befriend Joe and be loved by Joe, they've missed out.
He actually sits on our board for the Las Vegas Bowl. He's one of 60 local community leaders that sits on this board that basically spreads the message of the Las Vegas Bowl, helps us come up with ways to drive tourism and create excitement within the community amongst the business leaders.
He's someone that I look at as a friend, as a brother, as somebody that I know in my darkest day I can call. Sorry about that. But he just means that much to me and my family, but also the UNLV family as well.
Murph, congratulations on a well-deserved honor. We all know, and you and I have argued about it a lot, and nobody loves UNLV more than you. Nobody loves this community more than you. You are a great human being with a big old heart and a very generous human being. I'm so proud to call you a friend, and congratulations on this great award, well-deserved.
Joe, it's a great honor that you're receiving today. You deserve it, you've earned it, and I can't thank you enough for being the friend, the brother, the supporter that you have been for me and for the past 12 years. But what you've done for UNLV in your time being connected to UNLV has made a huge impact in the lives of our students at UNLV. And we thank you, we love you, and we can't wait to celebrate with you in this great honor. Congratulations, my friend.
Congratulations, Joe. Stirring up the tears there. I like it. I like it. Great remarks there from some leaders here in our community. The UNLV Alumni Association's Silver State Award is presented to a non-alumnus or alumna. It recognizes support to the university and the community at large, as demonstrated in that video. As a proud U.S. Air Force veteran, and I'm going to clap for that, successful businessman, family man, and philanthropist, Joe's impact on UNLV and our local community has been exceptional. Congratulations, Mr. Joe Murphy. He is our 2024 Silver State Awardee of the Year. You got it? Do you want me to hold it? Ooh, nice suit. I like it.
Wow, I don't know what to say after seeing what Eric Harper, my good friend, said about me there. The funny part about that is that Eric was told not to hang out with me at first when he first came in there. So I'm glad that we broke all those rules right at the beginning. I want to thank the Alumni Association for honoring me with this award. It was really eye-opening to have something written up about myself the way that they did it. I mean, you guys really did a great job. Asked me some questions, I had to fill it out, and the write-up is incredible. I've actually shared that with a bunch of people, and I just really do appreciate what you've done. And then also, President Winfield, I'd like to actually not be, a non-alumni. Maybe you can give me an honorary award or something like that, or an honorary diploma. I'm just kidding. But I'm actually looking out. I see a bunch of my friends and stuff there, but most importantly is my family. My sons are here with me. My son Christopher and my son Nick with his hope-to-be beautiful bride Jenna shortly. And my son Joseph is not able to be here. He's actually in Space Force, and yeah, that's actually a real thing. And he's actually a crew commander for the GPS satellite system. So if your GPS doesn't work when you go out of the house, it's going to be his fault. So just kidding. But the big part of our whole family, we've been pretty philanthropic, and that actually kind of started with my wife, my bride of 39 years, Julie, and she actually was awarded 15 years ago Volunteer of the Year for the Clark County School District. So she's actually been the first one to get awarded in her family. So I want to shout out to my wife for that, and also I have my forum mates. I'm a YPO guy, and those guys have been really good to me and helped guide me through business and a lot of other personal things. And it was actually Mike Bonner here, who's going to be the next chair of the foundation, who actually really did connect the light of the university's impact on the town itself. Because before, I was just kind of out there in the town, we were doing a bunch of stuff, but never had the university portion as being as important or understanding how it impacts every part of our economy. And so that's been a great thing. I mean, I came in through the porch, as they like to call it here, through athletics, but the more I get around UNLV, the more I really appreciate a lot of the things that I've been able to experience and learn from. And I'm telling you, UNLV is on a path now of just going to this next level, and everyone can feel it. I think everyone in this room knows that, and all the alumni here. I mean, UNLV is going to the next level, and that's with sports and with all the other stuff, the medical school. So I couldn't be more proud to be, honored by you guys. So thank you very much.
Isaac's kind of comes from the political world. He's been involved from student government to presidential campaigns and everything in between.
Yeah, so I do know he has a PhD in public policy, and he is a lobbyist. He just got promoted at his lobbying firm to vice president.
What our firm does is government affairs work, and so that fits really nicely into what Isaac likes to do. He likes to do the grassroots, grass tops kind of work where he goes out and works in the community.
They work closely with us legislators to create policy for the whole state of Nevada, which is not an easy task, I'm sure, as you can imagine.
So as a first-generation college student, first college graduate in his family, I believe, he talks a lot about UNLV. Very proud of UNLV. The UNLV diplomas hang on the wall in his office.
Something that Isaac and I also connect on is that we're both from the Latino community, and we're both passionate about seeing Latino leaders evolve in our community and grow and have representation. So I think that that's also a driving force of being able to accomplish so much at a young age. I mean, myself included, right? An assemblywoman, we are both in politics, helping shape the policies of the future of Nevada. And I think that our passion and our age and our just generation redefining what that looks like and means is something that you could see across the board.
We need more of that in this state, in this city, in this country, and Isaac's a fine example of that. He wants to make wherever he's at better. He's not pulling up the ladder because he got there. He's extending a hand to help others get up.
And he would come to my office all the time and ask me how I was doing. And I remember in the beginning I would be like, why is Isaac always in my office? But he genuinely wanted to know. Like, I would ask him, I'd be like, oh, are you like following up on something? Do you need something? Did I like not respond to an email? And he'd be like, no, I'm just checking in on you. How are you doing?
Well, Isaac, congratulations on this honor. It is very prestigious. So happy that you work for my firm. I'm so happy that you're my friend. And I look forward to all the things that you do in the future. I think this is just the beginning of the many awards you're going to get in your career. Again, congratulations, and thank you for all your hard work.
Congratulations on such a monumental honor so early in your career. I can't wait to see where you go next.
Great job on your photo shoot as well, Isaac. The Patrick T. Smith Achievement in Service Award gives recognition for service to UNLV, the UNLV student body, and the association in support of UNLV association-related activities and events. This award is named in memory of Patrick T. Smith. He is a two-time alumnus, former UNLV Alumni Association board member and past president, and a dedicated rebel at heart and in service. And of course, we miss him here, especially at this event every year. Now welcome the Patrick T. Smith Achievement in Service honoree, Dr. Isaac Tenorio. Isaac is a three-time graduate of UNLV. Sorry you have to stand up here for so long. You're doing a great job smiling. Three-time graduate of UNLV whose love for his alma mater is clear in all that he does in his community. Always representing UNLV, whether it be in his professional or personal life. Dr. Tenorio, come on up. Congratulations.
So first, I've been given special permission by the UNLV Alumni Association to make a special announcement, and it won't be allotted in my 2 minutes. So given that UNLV is a Hispanic serving institution, it is my absolute pleasure to announce that the establishment of the UNLV Latino Alumni Association. 3 weeks ago, we were approved by the Chapters and Clubs Committee, and in January, we will go up for approval by the UNLV Alumni Association Board. So first, I want to thank my support system here tonight for always supporting and believing in me. I want to thank my friends Rachel and Jessica here. I want to thank my boss, John O., and my mentor, Dan. I want to thank my sister, Jenny, and my brother, Ivan, and of course, mi papa, Jose. I am who I am because of you. I want to thank the Lee College of Business and the College of Urban Affairs, and I want to thank the UNLV Alumni Association for this honor. I'm the son of a fast food worker and a construction worker. I came to UNLV with nothing. I used to ride the bus to come to campus. I was lucky to be here at the right time. I was surrounded by amazing people like Sunny Gittins and Savannah Baltera, that just provided me with opportunities to grow and become the person that I am today. And I met amazing friends in student government and other organizations, and were members of my fraternity and people that I'm still friends with to this day. And I'm so grateful for those opportunities. And then I was able to be in my master's program and learn from people like Robert Lang that taught me to fall in love with public policy. And I had the pleasure of taking Dr. Nels' class, who's actually here today, and a professor that just surrounded me with love and just taught me about the world. And I was super grateful for those lessons, and was able to learn from people like Dr. Stream, who was a little eccentric, but I'm so grateful for him, and so grateful that he recruited me to study in my doctoral program at Paradise Cantina, but he did recruit me. And so grateful for that opportunity, and I'm so grateful for the friends that I did meet in my doctoral program, for members of the club, and you guys know who you are, because I do respect and love every single one of you, and those friendships will forever be with me. I'm so deeply honored to be receiving this award. I idolize Patrick T. Smith. He was my fraternity brother, my friend, my boss, and my mentor. I wanted to be like him. I mirrored my life after his. He earned his MPA, so I earned my MPA. He was a lobbyist, so I became a lobbyist. However, the biggest lesson that I received from Patrick was his service. Patrick demonstrated unconditional service. He lived a life of high moral character. He exemplified class. The last time that I saw Patrick was in the legislative building in Carson City. I found out about his death in that same building. I think that there's something poetic about two lobbyists finding out about each other in that building. I think it was a way of Patrick passing the torch to me in that building. Throughout my life, I've had a strange relationship with death. At a young age, I lost my grandfather unexpectedly. In 2019, I lost Patrick unexpectedly. A year and a half ago, I lost my mother unexpectedly. I have learned two things from all those unexpected deaths. First, live every day like it's your last. Second, I've learned to serve others from those people. Each one of those people were selfless. They put others before themselves. They cared about the community. They cared about their greater good. They taught me how to serve others. So I answer the call to serve others because it is embedded deeply in my soul. I am just grateful that I get to be on this earth to make the world better. I am so grateful to be the 2024 recipient of the Patrick T. Smith Alumni and Service Award because I owe everything that I am to UNLV. Lastly, I want to thank President Whitfield and President Dr. Jessup here today because I am so grateful that you guys signed my university certificates because I owe everything to UNLV. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for this university. So when this university calls me to serve, I always answer that call because I am indebted to you. So in conclusion, I will do everything to make Patrick proud. And I hope that I am making you proud, Patrick. And I will leave you with this. In the lyrical works of My Chemical Romance, in Welcome to the Black Parade, just a man I'm not a hero. I don't care. We'll carry on, we'll carry on. And though you're dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on, you'll carry on. Thank you.
It is a great honor for me to have been asked to introduce Randy Garcia, Alumnus of the Year for UNLV. He's has his own company called the Investment Council Company, which is one of the top investment groups in the country, certainly in Nevada. And he's also a musician. I know he plays piano. And he's a huge supporter of the arts and of UNLV.
I met Randy when I was the dean of the Honors College, and to my surprise, this man reached out to me. And so we had an appointment, and the reason he wanted to meet with me is that he wanted to know how he could help.
3 out of the last 4 years, we've taken first place in the Downbeat Student Music Awards. That's a worldwide competition. And I have to say, probably wouldn't have happened without Randy's support.
Randy's highest impact contribution has been the financial management of our endowment. Since he took that over, it has outperformed even during really difficult financial times. Now you got to remember that his company has been named by the Wall Street Journal and by Barron's as one of the top financial advisors in the country and the top one in Nevada. And how lucky is UNLV to have him?
I met Randy because I was part of the first inaugural class of the UNLV School of Medicine. I was gifted a full tuition scholarship by Randy Garcia. I guess people like me don't really go to medical school and don't even go to college. And to have someone like Randy, I guess, mentor me to how to see the world the way Randy sees the world. It's not about being good, it's about being great. Randy, I know you've heard this from me a bunch of times, but thank you so much for your generosity, for your donation, for your mentorship, but most importantly, your friendship. You are the man of the night. Congratulations on being UNLV's Alumnus of the Year. You deserve it more than anybody I know.
Congratulations, Randy. You could not be more deserving of this award.
Randy, congratulations on this special honor as being chosen as Alumnus of the Year at UNLV. Well deserved, and I'm honored to have been chosen to speak on your behalf.
Congratulations, Randy. Come on up here. There we go. Good job. This is the biggest award of the evening, so a standing ovation is in order. The Fred C. Albrecht Alumni of the Year Award, and you can keep standing because I've got to read for a little bit. It's the highest and most prestigious award given to an alumnus or alumna by the association. It is bestowed in recognition of an individual's impact on UNLV through a lifetime of significant contributions made to society in their professional field and through personal achievements. The award is named in memory of Fred C. Albrecht, class of '71, a champion of alumni relations. Randy Garcia, he is the 2024 Fred C. Albrecht Alumnus of the Year. Randy's dedication to his university is hardly matched by others, as we heard. Since graduation, Randy has spent tireless hours supporting UNLV, having served his alma mater as a trustee to the UNLV Foundation, and in countless other ways, Randy has given his all to the continued success of UNLV. Congratulations, Randy Garcia, the Fred C. Albrecht Alumnus of the Year. Congratulations. You want me to hold that for you? You got it.
Sure. Thank you. This is not just an important award, but it's a very meaningful award because it's named in honor of my friend Fred Albrecht. And secondly, because of those that have preceded me in receiving this award, which most of them are friends, which I'm very grateful for their contribution to both the community and especially to UNLV. Fred Albrecht was, for those of you that have been around a while, was actually one of UNLV's tennis coaches and taught many tennis classes. So back in the early 70s, I was on the court and I was serving, and Fred was off to the side. And for some reason, that ball did not go to my opponent. It kind of veered off directly to Fred. And if you ever played tennis, those balls move at a pretty high rate of speed. So Fred couldn't get out of the way. And unfortunately for Fred, it hit him right between the legs. So yes, I was short on words of how to adequately apologize to my friend Fred. But more importantly, Fred was short of breath, of course. And knowing Fred, he just kind of smiled and nodded his head. And then when I was my last year as a senior, 1977 at UNLV, I was applying to law school, and I needed a scholarship. And, but I wanted to make sure I wrote the best letter I could. So I knew of a professor, Felicia Campbell, Dr. Campbell, on campus. And I used the four most important words in the English language. I need your help. And I asked Dr. Campbell, so she invited me to her office. She read my letter. She crumbled it up, and she threw it in the trash can. So I said, Dr. Campbell, tell me, what do you think? So she said, this is the biggest piece of, I'll use my words, not hers, dog poop. Hers was four-letter word, started with S, ended with T. And she says, but don't feel so bad, Randy. They're going to get thousands of other letters that say the same as you do, or yours. And I said, what's that? And she said, just like you, when you get out of school, if you get that scholarship, that you're going to give back immediately to the community. That's not going to happen. First of all, you'll probably never get accepted. Second of all, if you're fortunate enough to get accepted, you'll probably never graduate. And somehow, if you manage to graduate, you're not going to have the money or the time to give back to the community immediately, not for several decades. And if for some reason you are successful enough to give back after several decades, you will have probably long forgot that commitment you made on paper. I made a pledge to myself right then and there. That was not the person I wanted to be. So, yes, I did receive one of only 2 scholarships, 3-year academic scholarships to the University of Santa Clara School of Law, thanks to Dr. Campbell, who came here in 1962 as a teacher, a professor, until, sadly so, in 2020, I think that's 58 years that she served here. And she passed, unfortunately, due to COVID. But thanks to her, and thanks to UNLV, I did receive one, once again, of one of those only 2 academic scholarships. So I'm extremely grateful. Thank you very much for this award.
I didn't think we'd end the evening on a tennis ball to the, that's great. That was one of the best closing speeches we've had. If you've been following along in your programs, I think you have, we've made it to the end. I want to congratulate all of you, but let's give one last round of applause for all of our awardees tonight. Thank you. Thank you. You've been a great crowd. Excellent job. Great speeches. Hats off to UNLV, the Alumni Association folks. This is another great event. I just love it, right? I love hearing the stories. When we say Rebels make it happen, we mean it on every level, as evidenced by the incredible and moving stories, again, that we all experience here tonight. If you joined us from home tonight, thank you for watching. If you want to give, or you would like to give a very special thank you to, we would like to give a very special thank you to all of our sponsors, especially our presenting sponsor, that's Investment Counsel Company. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you. Thank you for the beer as well. I just wanted to say I've never gotten handed a beer during the Alumni Awards. I got that. We're almost done here. We've got one final thank you to the Alumni Association, UNLV TV, UNLV Catering, the Student Union Event Services team. They're awesome. Great audio work, great broadcast work here. They made tonight enjoyable for everybody. Who's going to the game tomorrow? That's what I was going to start. Can we do it once? It's late. Rebels, rebels. Rebels. I can't wait to be at that game tomorrow. Let's beat Boise. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you and good night.